I think 4-man group, we're gonna be fine. I'll tell you what, man. I know we have 4 people, but me and Blanco have all the cloth and leather to ourselves.
Yeah, I know, right?
It really,
Yeah.
3 was sounding a little sketch.
I think we could have done it. I think so.
well,
Oh no, most definitely.
well, the only reason that the 3 felt kind of scary was because it was Paladin, Rogue, Mage, and the tank is healing. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Let's not wipe. Let's not wipe outside of BFD like that. I swear, man. I'm always. I mean, you hate to see it, but you love to see it. All the mistakes other people made. Let's not wipe outside of BFD.
I wish the Outlaw Saber wasn't Horde only.
Right.
This shit sucks.
Is this y'all's first character? How many characters deep in are we?
I had one
This
of
is
them.
this is my third.
I was gonna say,
24 mage.
it's been a couple. I don't even keep count like that.
Yeah, I had a 22 and a 27 mage. So this is my third.
Yeah.
one.
I was AoE farming like an idiot.
I think.
I pulled a caster and it was just over.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's best for your health if you don't keep count, man. It really is.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I took the L in those catacombs in Duskwood. Yeah, it got pretty bad in there.
Oh, that shit was terrifying.
You know, I haven't gone in there yet. I want to go, but somebody told me they're frost and fire immune, so I gotta
Dude.
go.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It gets bad because they start putting frost wards and fire shields,
Like I can't
and
even.
the respawns are really quick in there.
Hmm.
So.
I don't even think it's.
And then what happened was like I tried to leave,
Yo,
and
this
as
is
soon as
so
I get
cool.
outside, it's more Ladim. So you know.
Yeah, no. Morladim had me tweaking. Bro.
I love this. I love being in
See
these
the
groups.
aggro's on you. You're just fucked.
Y'all just waiting
Yeah,
for the
it's
mage
over.
to pull. So we actually do have a main tank. Is the Paladin gonna heal or? I guess so.
I can switch over and try and tank, though comparatively speaking, you guys are way more geared than I am. Like, I don't know if we need me to jump over, but I can try.
Honestly, just make sure you got 50% to heal. I would just DPS.
Okay.
Or I don't know. No. I'm not. I shouldn't be speaking for everybody else because your guys is.
I mean, for right now, we should be fine. I think we're just gonna have to like see how it goes later on in the dungeon. Like right now, it's just DPS shit.
Yeah.
Yo, this is. It's so cool, man.
Look at Blaze running up.
My bad. I can't help myself. I'll tell you what, though, it's got to be the sickest feeling to be a part of
Alright.
somebody's wipe. Okay.
I'm gonna put salvation on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think mites are just better for me.
Forgot to pick up the quest for the wand when we ran it with chicken. Yeah, Brad, that sounds. I'm definitely gonna make sure I pick up the quest. That's like the #1 reason I'm in here right now. I'm not getting any XP from these guys. Tempo level. Hey, so are you guys playing your main? Or are you guys, is it just kind of...
Yeah,
Put you-
that's my main, right? Yeah.
Yep, this is the only one I have so far.
Or
Yeah, I only keep one at a time.
I should rephrase
Or
that.
like actual like
yeah.
classic.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, or I played on Sulfuras for a while, Horde.
Like,
I got kind of sick of it.
well, yeah, I should
mean,
rephrase it. Like,
honestly, well, go ahead.
oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, my favorite class was a druid, and I played it 15 times until I got one to level 60.
Oh,
are
like
you guys
big
doing the same?
class. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm doing it with Warrior. Like I've
Yeah. I
just
main Pally
with it.
on retail.
yeah.
That's brutal on Warrior, man. You hate to be a Warrior main in this hardcore challenge.
You have to have a certain level of like masochism. Like you gotta learn to just take the beatings.
I'll tell you what though, the first hardcore 60 was a Warrior.
Well, yeah, no. If you got it, like
It's
the one thing
doable.
I've realized, especially if you just like you plan really well in the early levels and stuff, and make sure you're taking advantage of all the quests you can before they gray out. You can get it to where you're kind of smoothly leveling on green quests. Like so far, it's what I've been doing so far, and I haven't been too stressed. Like it's been really smooth. It just sucks because you fall behind like gear wise and stuff.
That's neat, man. I think the last class I'm gonna play is Warrior and Rogue. They scare me. I don't really like weapon progression. Don't really care.
Yeah, well that's
If
what's
I
in right
wasn't the
now.
rogue, dude, I'd be in those catacombs. I would have been shit myself. Like stealth is like, it's crazy what it can do for you.
And Vanish. Bro.
Yeah, no, it's just always happening.
Dude, that's why my druid, I was so in love with it. It had the best of. I could have my cake and eat it too. There's a couple
exactly.
classes that are just super versatile. I guess Rogue is. They've got outs.
Yeah, definitely. Blind evasion.
Oh, let me take off all of you.
Oh, it's another Rogue. Where is he? Stormwind?
And then I'm gonna get 2 vanishes once I'm like 40. That'll be nuts.
Man, so I had a 32 Rogue ask me if the group was full. I told him if he gets here in time, he can join. I hate to be a dick, but like, I don't know what he's supposed to do. I don't want to tell the guy he can't come.
Yeah.
It's like-
I'm completely fine with waiting. No problem.
no, I don't want to wait. I told him if he gets here. He said no thanks. I won't make it there quick. Good luck. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a track.
All right. I don't think were y'all getting XP from those guys, or you still were?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was getting some.
Yeah, I don't mean to skip the mobs. If you guys want to kill everything, by all means.
Nope. I'm fine.
Hey, did y'all know about this? I used to always jump over. Did you know you can go
Yeah,
this
no,
left
there's a
side?
little path. Yeah.
The more you know, man. It's new. It was new to me. Somebody showed me in hardcore.
Man, I
I
used
think.
to always feel this shit. Way back in the day.
Yeah, it was back in the day with the crappy internet connection. I don't know which way I want to go. I guess it doesn't really matter. Hardcore breaks the meta. Yeah. Still together whatever's allowed at the low range. Finally, not refusing to play outside of the most optimal methods. This game isn't designed around optimization, so it's more interesting about this one. Isn't designed around the optimization. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right, Be Freed. It's really not designed around optimization. The world becomes a lot weaker whenever you spell cleave.
Alright, this guy dropped something, right? It's a shield.
It's either a shield or a weak ass chest piece.
It's like a big ass
Yeah, I
chest
think
piece
it's a chest
that's
piece.
flat. It's like 311 armor. Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, I could use this. Oh no, I couldn't. It makes me laugh. I'm the one pulling all these. Yeah, and everybody's life is at stake. If I'm going too fast, please scream and throw a fit. 'cause
Yeah. It's all good.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
Like, this is nothing to play around with.
For sure.
As I fucking face full.
I was about to say.
God damn. I can't even take threat off you.
I guess
There's
as
no
long
HP, the stamina is so brutal. Like, how much health do you have? Unless you have, like, hella stam.
Just like this.
I don't even have that much stamina.
Like I had, like, 300 at, like, 24. I was like, what the hell?
Everybody's chasing this stupid turtle around. Dude, I don't even need that belt. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're gonna grab the quest back here in the corner.
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a boss first. Oh, yo, the rogue wants these gloves coming up. Look at this.
Yeah, it's like strength, agility, stam, yeah, or spirit. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is so cool.
Gloves.
Yo, Be Free, not even just playing the game, like optimizing the fun out of the game. That's not what we're doing right now, but like, just the simplicity of joining a dungeon group again. And using the 2020 technology that we have. We're in Discord, we're all, I mean, how many times do people...
Okay.
Got one walking.
Yep.
How many
Don't forget about the
times,
breath, by the way.
even
Yeah.
in 2020 Classic,
In general.
Oh,
how many
that's right.
people
Water
get in
breathing
Discord to do
potions.
5-man dungeon runs? I mean, we really are living a good life in this hardcore meta. Everybody jumping in there.
There we go. Now I'm good.
Oh, I think we... No, we're going this way, sorry.
Yeah, that's where the boss is. There's a quest box right here.
Ooh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, it's
Go in the bear! Go in the bear! Go in the bear!
My mans!
Damn son, already been a month of you keeping me sane while I work. Seems good.
Hey, thanks, dude. Yo, Devaney, thanks, man.
I still can't believe Cargo's just pulled up in here just solo. I would never.
What level was he? 29?
Yeah, with his rogue.
He's like 29.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
One tick from death.
Devaney, thanks, man. Thanks for the tier 1, dude. It means the world. It's cool, you can use Twitch. I'm assuming you're working from home and can use Twitch, right? A lot of people have Twitch blocked at their workplace. Yeah, thanks, man, for the support.
My sandwich?
Dungeons with a good group are by far one of the best parts of Classic. Yeah, it's so neat that we can experience that in hardcore.
Can't watch the jazz game?
I'll tell you what, look, he's at the bottom of the, I mean, the guy's like 10 yards away. What axis was it? It's not, it's the y-axis. Things hitting you from the bottom of the lake all the way to the top. Kinda scary. Alright, I washed up on the other side. There we go. I'll drink while y'all pull. Laughs in VPN. Yeah, it's kind of weird today. I really like streams like this. Oh, maybe I should focus target. I like streams where we do one thing at a time, like we 2-manned SM Graveyard with Cargos a second ago, doing a 4-man BFD. I'm kind of in the dungeon mode right now. And it really would be fun if we could pull off a duo run with somebody somehow.
I bet the
We did
nice bow
struggle.
drops for this bitch, right?
Yeah, the Heartseeker bow.
Yeah. But it drops.
How I seem so patient with my parents. What she can do to help her. I'm more patient.
This mage absolutely wrecks.
I've been a parent for many, many years.
Get in range of Fire Blast.
Secondly, I'm not really that patient. Ask Kyle. deny it. I'm not that patient. Anyway,
Is that any good or it's trash for you guys?
I don't know.
drooling or something? Was he throwing him around?
I feel like, nah, there's no way.
Yeah,
Viper.
I'm just gonna agree on
That's
it.
too bad, man. Those gloves would have been sick. Is anybody mining?
No.
I wish.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever done mining engineering. I think in the game, like ever in Classic, and in the hardcore setting, it's insane, man. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Target dummies and shit.
Yeah, target dummies. I mean, I made my own goggles. I've got miner recombobulator. I've got a trinket that
Dude, this
restores
shit
health.
with the Verdant Keeper was so funny.
Verdant Keeper. What happened? I'm
With
Whaling
cargo,
cabin.
you, like,
oh yeah, the boss.
Whipped Leon. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, Cargo's ass should be grass right now. He got lucky. That was a blast, man. And the target dummies didn't work.
Yeah, just completely resistant.
So out of all the things,
It's
you know,
entertaining.
Cargo's is the man. He's normally pretty conservative. Out of all the things for him to go out on,
Yeah,
Or
no,
on a
you
win.
said Verdant ate shit. And
yeah, I'm like,
I feel like it's
dude.
pretty common knowledge that that guy slaps. Like,
Yeah.
Guys, do you mind if we turn
Okay,
around real quick
so
and grab
no.
this quest that's behind us?
I think
There's a box sitting
Oh, yeah.
back here.
Oh, okay.
How many dungeons do you think you guys can 3-man before it's just like impossible?
I was thinking Scarlet Monastery. It may be Razorfin Downs. I don't know which one comes first, but SM I feel like is the cap. I'm not sure. I guess we won't know until we do it, but I swear.
That on 3-man. That would be fucked.
That's what did we 5-man Mardon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Tactics and Cargos, Red Sonja, and Darken. Man, 4 out of 5
And you almost
was-
died.
Yeah, and we almost died. Yeah. And, well, the funny
Yeah.
thing was, it wasn't even like Princess that was the scary boss. It was Noxian and Rockgrip. Those are the two
Oh, yeah,
scariest
that rock.
fights.
Yeah.
That was a good time. It's so cool to hear everybody excited about the game again, man.
Hell yeah, dude. The raid scene, I don't know, I just got sick of it.
I mean, yeah, hardcore is what actually brought me back into WoW. I quit in Warlords of Draenor. Like, I haven't played since Warlords of Draenor.
Oh,
And now I'm playing hardcore.
Same.
yeah.
You
Retail
play,
is just, I don't know.
yeah, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Can't do it.
You played Classic though, right? Who was it? Was it
No, I didn't even play Classic. Like,
really? You saw
It's
it?
funny.
Did you
Yeah.
just- who'd you see? Like you saw Cargos playing hardcore, huh?
yeah, I saw Cargos playing hardcore and then I just came back. Because I had played Classic on like vanilla private servers and stuff, so I didn't have like the itch to like really come back, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I saw hardcore and I actually came back.
That's sick, dude.
Uphold one.
Oh, did I miss something?
Fuck.
What did I miss? Oh yeah, we 2-manned SM Graveyard a second ago. It was pretty
It's funny
cool.
you say
Cargos
that,
took
'cause
all the
that's,
loot.
like, the reasons I know myself and a couple other guys, we came back to Classic was because retail was like bottlenecking itself out. It'd been out, the same patch had been out for months and months and months, and everyone was like, hey, why don't we give Classic a try? And then I found a lot of people were doing that. Now with Shadowlands coming back out, it's kind of like, which one do you want to play type thing. I do personally feel the hardcore makes Classic more enjoyable.
For sure.
100%. No, it does. It fixes everything
Man, that
wrong with
scepter's
Classic.
gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna play Shadowlands. Like, I haven't played Reedsoul since WoD, and I didn't last very long on WoD just because like there was no content.
I always give it a shot
I don't
just
know.
to beat level up.
I was gonna say, I feel
ZF
like
is
it's gonna be
possible?
like
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes
yeah.
out,
Skinny,
everyone's
I
gonna
think you're
poke
right.
their head out and see what it's like. And
ZF
you'll have
and a
some
free
people
roll.
that come and go, other people that enjoy it, and some people that
It's
Like
usually
Cargo's not
fun for
streaming?
like,
I
the
don't
first
know.
month, I don't know. I just have a pretty good time. Like initially getting like the gear, but I don't know.
Yeah, of course, like progress from character, it's fun, but it's just like when 9 months of like no progression.
Yo,
it's
sorry
gonna
if I'm not
happen.
talking
It's
to
like,
chat.
that's what, yeah, that's where we were at, was like, well, how much more can you do for 9 months straight?
I'm
Like,
like,
why are
really-
you going back to do old content when you can just do the old content at like the appropriate level when we're supposed to be doing it?
Exactly.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys like PvP, but like, you've seen that thing. Someone like exposed it, like the stats like don't matter at all in PvP and like retail.
I'm just
Like, this guy,
revitalized
like,
right
he
now
gemmed
talking
his
in this.
gear, and he actually like lost
in this group with
damage.
these guys. So sorry if I'm not interacting with chat a bunch.
I don't know.
I know what
I'm
you're
just kinda
talking
living in
about,
the
but I
moment right
didn't
now.
actually watch it. So they're
Oh
saying
my
that
lord.
Yo,
adding
alright, more
stats
later,
takes
man.
away.
If you hear what Gray's
because
they have
the
this,
just
way
doing
whole, like,
fireballs?
system behind the scenes that just like auto like configures your damage. I don't know. It's like nothing actually matters in retail.
Yeah, Lave, look how far we've come. It's funny, man. What, did Cargo's getting graveyard?
So wait,
That
Gray, I know
monkey-
Cargos was saying earlier that he jumped around in BFA for like the very beginning of it. Did you ever actually poke your head at retail, or you just been classic this whole time?
Yeah, I was introduced when I was 9, like 2005. I had uncles. But anyways, I remember quitting. It was funny. I decided to quit the game in Wrath as like a 13-year-old kid. I remember telling my mom, I'm done with this stupid game. I'm addicted. Like, I should be playing with my friends. But, you know, it messes up it messes up the mentality of younger people just because it's such an addictive game. But I after quitting Wrath, I tried every expansion up to Warlords of Draenor. And you quit, come back, quit, come back, quit, come back. Because you always wanted it to, you wanted it to be the same, I guess.
There's a reason why you played in the first place. Like, yeah, I get it. I get that part of it.
But no, I gave up at Warlords of Draenor, and then once Classic was announced, I was still playing Classic. Playing Classic since. Yeah, it's...
Gotcha.
It's, I don't think I'm going to give Shadow Lance a shot.
What about Burning Crusade?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm all about doing PC and Wrath. One thing I came up with, the only thing I'm scared about is that I'm kind of learning from. I'm just trying to learn from Classic. I feel like it's the exact same thing in TBC. Now, granted, raids are going to be better. Arena's going to be a thing, so it won't be exactly the same, but people are still going to min-max the shit out of the game. They're still going to... It's not going to be the old days. It'll be good, and it'll be fun, but... How long does it last? And you know, one thing I came up with, I think I'm a fresh for it, and I whenever Classic hadn't come out yet, I wanted Classic to be out for like a year and a half, 2 years minimum. And now that we're a year into the game, it's like, yeah, I'd really like a fresh right now, just because of how min-max the game is, I don't see it lasting more than a year. I'm cool with experiencing it in the min-max way, but I think that I'm going to get the most enjoyment out of it the first 3 months and then want to start it. And maybe there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. But I'll be excited for you.
No, I was gonna say, I think that's a more widely, like, how to put it, that's how a lot of people feel more than just yourself in that regard, because I would agree with you in that, like, it gets old after, half the fun is actually competing and trying to, like, get, you know, with the race and stuff at the very beginning, you see everyone out in the zones, everyone's doing stuff together instead of being, like, right now, where you see people are pretty much done playing this, like, Classic, it's AQ40, and, I mean, people are pretty much done doing AQ40, even now they have it on farm and stuff. I don't know, I like when it first released, like those first couple days, it was all over the place. Everyone was super stoked, and as soon as you logged in that first day, people were going days on end without, you know, stopping, trying to race each other. I thought that was cool.
Well, and nobody wants it to be the case, so I think the reason why a lot of people are off-put from the fresh idea is because they want it to be like the old days. They want it to be like how it used to be, and I'm coming to terms with my expectations, I guess, and it just never will be. It'll never be the same. Yeah, that's kind of how I view TBC and Wrath. I'm excited to play them, but I think I'm more into fresh. And then the thing is, I wouldn't be playing Classic right now. So as much as I love the Classic version, I wouldn't even be playing the game for this game mode. So
Yeah, I go ahead and get back.
it's Everybody said Legion was great. My cousin played Legion, and he said it was the best expansion since Cata or something, or not Cata, since like Mists of Pandaria. A lot of Mists of Pandaria fans. I don't know what the appeal was of Mob. I guess I missed it. But yeah, like I said, sorry if I'm not like interacting with chat. I'm really engaged with my group right now. I'm having more fun than you typically do, man. And you don't get to run dungeons with people all the time in hardcore. Yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking around. If you're new to the channel or you're just going and you want to see what it's all about, check out the website. Usually it's BC on Brad.
Do you guys think it's like the last good expansion there is?
I hear a lot of mop fans. I don't think I was old enough.
I'm a huge mob guy.
Well,
I
Mop
don't
was good
know.
because of PvP, in my opinion.
I think the PvP in mob was like the best retail PvP there's ever been.
What brings you here?
But like last great expansion, I gotta go Wrath.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not that serious. You're taking it the wrong way.
I'm gonna drink.
And I feel like Mist, a lot of the reasons why I enjoyed it
Yo,
at least
thanks,
was
Ethereal.
because it was almost reminiscent of Classic to the point to where it brought you back to doing the little things. Like if you think about it right now in BFA at least, you know, kind of just grind up to 120 and then you go on your dailies. That's pretty much it. But like in Mob, you had, and some people, the game does different things for everyone, right? Like even having that little farm, dude, I know my wife
Yeah,
at
no,
least,
that
like
shit
was
was
all
sweet.
about that. Yeah.
For sure. I loved like the Timeless Isle. That was like my favorite. The PvP on there,
Man, dude, screw these explosive
world
rockets.
bosses. I
I'm
thought
doing
that shit
anything.
was sweet.
Yeah.
And then the raids were damn good in that. Siege of
Yeah,
Mordor.
Siege was
Sweet.
really fun.
Isn't there like a 10 slot bag on the Murloc that can drop? That's what we're really looking for.
I got full 10, so it does.
Oh, nice. Oh, you know what I do too? I didn't even realize.
Still have one 8 slot.
I think it's white. If you guys don't want to auto loot it.
Oh yeah, I got out of it.
Farmville's stuck into my WoW in this area, but just oh, Farmville. You're just talking about farming, I guess. Yeah, man, I don't know.
You wanna
Maybe
pull the
line of
pack?
sight these guys. Yeah, just run around
Yeah.
the wall. No.
How do you get that off?
Yeah.
That's all good. Have you guys ever played Mage before?
Yeah.
Played a bit.
No, my character right before this.
I feel like
Yeah, same.
I've been in the dark this whole time, but Mage
No,
is...
no, I was in the dark too, bro. It's my, like, it's so fun. The numbers just everywhere.
It's insane, man. It really
But I
is.
did. It was. I shouldn't have been playing it on hardcore because I got addicted to the AOE.
Yeah, dude, I
was
feel
like-
like playing
I was
Mage
like,
hardcore
warm-up,
style is
and
like
then
playing with
warm.
fire. I mean, you're just asking for it.
Yeah, you're just ass, yeah.
I don't know if I have the discipline to play Mage.
I mean, you can't just go a single target for us. Like, that's ridiculous. But
Yo, is anybody streaming right now? Any of you guys?
I'm just unlisted right now.
Okay. Yeah, somebody was
Yeah, I'm
asking.
just private.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I guess it was Me Tactics and Cargos. Did anybody see that multi-stream? Like, did you guys ever use that? It's really
No.
neat. Yeah, so you can put all the Twitch streams together, and you can see everybody's perspective
Oh, damn.
Huh.
on like one page. It's really neat.
That's pretty sweet. Okay. That'd be cool. In,
Is
like,
that,
higher
do you
ed.
have to have the client downloaded, or can you use the URL and actually do that too?
It's just the Twitch URL. You put it into this website, and
Huh.
Jeez, Santa. Sorry. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That sounds interesting. Now, you'd have to mute two of the dudes though, because wouldn't the comms overlap over each other? That might get interesting.
Yeah, I think you like click on it, And it won't have everybody's volume up at the same time, just whoever you.
Gotcha.
I guess we're supposed to clear these guys first.
Gas stakes.
Who's my healer? It's the Paladin. So we've got a Paladin, Rogue, Warrior, and Mage. And the Paladin's just doing DPS right now. I mean, recently we've really shown the power of like 2 and 3 manning dungeons in hardcore. It's still scary, and at any moment, you know, it could go south. But in a 4-man team, we've got a 28 Rogue, 28 Paladin, 27 Warrior, and 31 Mage. Like, we're unstoppable right now. That's how it feels. Yeah, go ahead.
Sounds good.
Challenge one in the solo wave thing. Is that a mob? I don't know. Yeah, it feels kind of weird, man. I spent all my time and energy trying to put that podcast together, and it was alright. I'm anxious to get back into, like, streaming mode.
Oh.
Is that an upgrade for you guys?
That's one for me so far.
You got married and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the bag dropped.
Oh, nice.
Is it only me that can load it?
No, it's white.
Oh no, everyone can leave it.
Someone else grabbed it.
Does everybody else here have 10 slots?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
good.
got full.
Okay, looks like it.
Yeah, so this Masa Gate, I think that gives me the mats. I can have 2 minor recombobulators. The minor
Nice
recombobulators,
buff.
they
Int
share the
5, frost
cooldown.
damage 15, and spirit 5.
They share the same cooldown, but they have 10 charges apiece. I think that's the last thing I can make with it. Yeah. So I can make a second one of these.
There you go.
Tips for leveling engineering hardcore. This is the first time I've done it. I'm trying to think of tips. You need more copper ore than you think, and you need a lot of tin veins. So tin kind of gets scarce for a little bit. But pretty much mine everything you see. If you stockpile too much copper ore, you're gonna run into inventory management. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it enough to give any good tips for it.
Yo, do you guys know Swiftness was quiet and Sprint share that? They just pop back to back.
You can
Yeah,
pop
I'm
them
not sure. I've thought about that.
Is that? I have the rest.
back. No way. Yeah, man, that's huge. They're on separate cooldowns.
Yeah, that sounds pretty sweet.
Well, it's so the swiftness pot shares the same cooldown as your health pot. So
Oh yeah, okay.
for what it's worth. Yeah, you can fish up higher engineering supplies. Yeah, so
Yeah, so we can kind of kill them with instead of Health 5. It's tragic.
that sucks.
Isn't there a bear that can show up down one of these hallways? Like down this left one right here?
Yeah, I think it's for a quest. Does anyone have that jet guy, or is that a whole quest?
Yeah, it's a quest. No, it's a line. I'm pretty sure. No, let me check. There's a large iron-bound chest over down this way.
Oh, there you go.
Alright.
Yeah, I haven't
Guess
done it
not, guess
myself,
I
but
just
apparently
looked
fishing is insane. Fishing's insane for engineering. Once I fish up my own mithril bound trunks, I'll tell you how overpowered it is. But yeah, maybe the best thing is just level up fishing. Fishing's not as bad as at least I thought initially. It's not as painful. Oh no, it's broken a lot.
I'll just look at okay. Hello, Briarthorn.
Maybe I should get full
You guys
before I go
herbalism
off on my own.
I am. Anyone
Based
else?
on back in the box stuff.
Yeah,
community
I'm very. You
contributions,
can go
etc.
ahead.
We can. There's I don't know, actually.
Oh, it'd be cool to interview people who got to 60. Yeah,
So
podcast, I think you guys have a lot to discuss each week, or we keep the community engaged. Yeah, Spitness, there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more to be covered, like you said. Interviewing level 60s. Highlight clips, death reel compilations, back of the box. Yeah, I was thinking about at the end of the stream doing I actually thought about that, getting all the screenshots just to incentivize community engagement. Yo, this spellcaster slaps.
Oh, fun. You guys are pulling shit.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good. I got
Wait,
that.
wait.
Alright, maybe we're getting to the hard part of the dungeon.
Yeah, we're about to transition to the serious part.
Right. Yeah, interviewing
I'm like looting a chest and I see Blaze at half health.
I've got options. I've got ice block. Oh man. Like I said, the worst thing I could do is wipe you guys. That would just.
Well, the worst case scenario, I mean, you know what ability I got.
Yeah, man.
But you know how I mean, here for the boys. We ain't letting anyone die.
I don't know if anybody saw Cargos. We were doing. I never gave him help for it. I think we were doing. Was it Razorfin Downs? And we were on the last boss. And I mean, granted, he did have the mobs on him, but he vanished right before he died, and all the mobs were on me. I was like a bitch. Kill him. Oh man.
Dirtiest ability.
No, I mean if I was a rogue, I would.
Go ahead.
I don't even think it was that bad. I think the only reason I'm talking about it is because I was the tank. Uh-oh. Disqualified a lot.
Game over.
Yeah, Spitmas, I'm all about it though. Based on that, yeah. That's what we were talking about today. I think we need a platform where we talk about rules and technicalities, either weekly or bi-weekly. But definitely, there's a lot of opportunity for hardcore content. I mean, there's so much real estate.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, can I do anything to like... Yo, chicken. Hey, Spitmas, I think it's a great idea. I do. I'm really
So we're
considering...
going for the 4-button press and then that one room.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The full pull.
I don't know if you're still
I'll
here,
be
Spit.
outside.
I'm really
guys got
considering
this.
doing a second podcast called Death Equals
That's a
Delete.
great solo.
Yeah. Maybe I could on the mage, actually. If I was...
You already gave him ideas, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always thought it makes me laugh, man. People will come in, they'll be in my chat like, dude, don't do that. And I'm like, dude, you just realize what you just did,
Just
right?
gave me the idea.
Definitely a personality defect right there.
Only thing I'm slightly worried about is the last boss, because he fucking hits hard, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys follow me at all, but my sub emote is thick meta dying on,
Yeah.
on the last boss of
Towards the bear.
Oh god.
So,
Hey,
I mean-
you know I got that pistol too. I'm gonna go ahead.
yeah. No, the silver lining is I learned the hard way. And you can actually stun the guy, so you can stun lock his enrage. I can Nova him, I can slow him. And,
I mean, I feel pretty good on a pally just because, like, I have so many oh shit buttons.
sure.
Yeah.
You know, like,
It would have been pretty fun
Yeah,
to
I got,
three-man that last boss.
That would have.
Would have been
That would have been sweaty. Especially for me, because like I'm the one that for sure dies.
Right. No,
Oh yeah, no, you're
if this happens.
well, dude, that's how I was on my druid, like tanking Mardon. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, taking that rock,
fuck.
bro.
Like I'm the first guy that
Oh,
dies.
shit.
Oh, so, aren't you alchemy?
Oh.
Didn't you say you were?
Oh yeah, wow, what the
Nice.
Wait, what? Oh, nice.
shit, damn, I auto looked at wow. That's gotta be nuts.
Cured for up to 4 poisons. Like an instant 4 poison cure.
Up to level 60. Wow.
I actually didn't know that was a recipe. That one's very good.
That sounds nutty.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, yeah, it looks good, right?
It looks good. Might be a butterface. Santa.
Just requires level 14 up to level 60. That just seems weird.
Yeah, it does. It's statted super weird.
Alright, gets a little bit more spicy here.
Let's see what we're working with. Doesn't go on. Yo, they're saying it doesn't go on regular potion cooldown. That's actually insane. I
Oh,
think.
wow.
That's nutty. Wow.
So it's literally
Yeah,
just
over the
giving
last
a
boss.
cleanse to classes that don't have it.
Just
Just saying here,
cracks
poisons don't affect you anymore.
So is this what I'm looking
Pretty
for?
nice.
I kind of like the staff I have right now with 5 stand. I don't know if I would actually look for that. I would want the pants. I'd rather these pants drop than the stupid staff. What else can we do? I think that's
Only
like
has
the only thing in
through
here.
diseases. That shit sucks.
Talking about my because I'm a paladin.
Are we gonna do Baron or you guys just wanna go past it?
Oh,
Yeah, we can do all the bosses.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
Back. I'm kind of done.
Can we do it on Alliance?
Oh.
Alright, here comes this quest.
I think we can still activate him, right? And we could also do the other boss, like the one that's hidden to the right, like underwater.
Yeah, the Loch Ness monster looking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear I didn't know about that Loch Ness monster guy for the longest time. Also,
Yeah.
I didn't know about like the Murloc boss in Wailing Caverns for the longest time either. Everybody always just left. I swear.
No way. Where's the last one? I don't know what level these guys are.
Link Def Camp Twit. Def Camp channel, Twitch is being lame.
Yeah, weirdly, right? I was with this other rogue and I was like willing to
I'd
pass
rather
him
his
some shit,
pants
'cause I was
drop. I know.
just everything. He was like, no, I don't want your welfare. Roll it. I just kept cleaning them. Got every piece.
I'm a charging up my fireball. Do we got any Jimmy Wow? The Jimmy Story Wow fans? Yeah, I swear that's my favorite WoW video. Is the Jimmy story.
Ah, I've been expecting you. Well met.
Alright, I don't see a chest to the left. Oh yeah, except pull an extra.
Okay. Yeah, just probably one of them. There you go.
You just keep kiting it back, line of sight him. We're good.
It's all about the Professor Plums. Yeah, man. We got some Jimmy fans. That's a Clue reference from David. I was wondering. We raided together. We danced together. Shit, even one time we, I love that video. Oh, there was a chest back there. We can go pick up that chest if you guys want.
Yeah, we're gonna need to clear more of the dudes anyway for the pendants.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
Alright, yeah, we can kill all these.
Fuck.
Nobody saw anything.
Bruh.
You're gonna have to cut him back to the water, Manny Paladin.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, here we go. Finally just brought me back. Starting hardcore finally for the first time after watching you and Carter for so long. Yeah, what are the servers? Yeah. Yeah, Chicken's got you. If you need any more information, you know, the website, the Discord is full of it. Yeah, man, that's what's up. I really do appreciate the comments. I know everybody, seems like everybody says them at least, but
What brings you here?
it's great to hear that everybody's excited about, not even just excited about the game, you're actually playing the game again. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright, 2-man
You didn't get to finish that sentence.
I know. Who's left? Reforge? We gotta roll.
He's got
What's
full
that?
rage. Tony has full rage.
We rolling on.
Anything. Just look at him.
Some shit rolls.
Fuck. Oh, damn.
Oh, dude, someone linked that blue item in guild chat, I thought.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm looking and I'm trying to figure out where we're looking at. I must have missed something, but
That dropped.
no.
Too bad.
27 silver.
That's just such check.
Buffs right now.
Yeah, I just noticed. These fucking pally buffs, bro. 5 minutes. Like,
I hate that shit.
Come at me with the warrior buff every 2 minutes.
Yeah,
God,
best
bro.
of luck,
that's
man. Yeah,
worse.
for sure. It's bringing me back, guys. I'm having so much fun in this. It's not a 5-man group with this dungeon group.
Where did I turn this?
I might ding before the last boss. I have like a bar.
If it wasn't for the community,
Hopefully.
hardcore wouldn't be nearly as fun. I say the same thing about vanilla. If there was no community in vanilla, WoW, hardcore would not be fun. Yeah, we can clear these guys from these items.
Looks like we still need quite a few.
I still need 7.
Alright, I'm being an idiot.
Are you good? Are you good?
Oh, fine.
Me smash dwarf.
The bard has to keep
Getting
singing the
shots
songs of
probably.
buffs. What class fan? I'm missing it. Dylan. I don't know what class fantasy you're talking about. So I've yet to use my mana agate. Get rid of one of these. Start popping these. You can go ahead, Kyle.
Thanks.
Oh, you're the healer too. Yeah, for some reason I forget you. You're tanking this. Any recommendation on recording software? Yeah, Milan, I would use Streamlabs OBS. It's or man, what did I use? There's something that comes with like your graphics card, I think. That could be an option as well, but Streamlabs OBS is pretty easy. It's super simple. It doesn't take up any space, and if you just use it for recording, I would probably
Walk with the
I would
if you wanna
prefer
see,
Streamlabs just if you want to make your overlay look good and add things to your UI. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS is the way to go. All right, I'll LLS him. Mages are so stupid. And you know what would make this run even better? Another mage.
Let's actually upgrade. My chest is like the worst piece of like gear.
Yeah, with the bear.
I
That's,
need new shoulders. I'm walking around with some in spirit.
We both needing it? Okay.
There you go. Congrats.
Thanks.
dude, I'm over here.
Alright, I mean, my gear's pretty good for the most part. It's just like some pieces are like leather just because can't find any mail shit with stats sometimes.
Let's see if we can get this proc off. LeBong. Jeez, man. I think I face tanked that whole time. I didn't give him a chance to get through it in the first place. Yeah, Nvidia, that's what I was thinking of.
Fuck, very pulled.
That's okay.
Fuck, these guys slap. Holy shit.
Yeah, heal yourself, Kai. Do your thing.
Do you need me to fear?
Yeah.
No, I'm probably gonna hold it. I'll probably take threat. Calculated. Nice.
DPS is really good in this group though, so
Yeah, I
trying to
don't
finish
think.
shit quickly.
Incoming spiciness. Yeah, so I guess if there was any place for us to die, we're in that territory.
This is the upcoming. Yep. This
Yeah,
is where it's gonna
definitely.
be.
They're getting level 27. Shit's already like a lot closer.
You guys want to go kill Syracuse real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Blanco might get
Drop
a...
that dagger, right?
Yeah, Blanco might get a new dagger. Or whoever needs it.
Absolutely.
Make sure you don't pull that Elementalist.
Which would probably be better
I've been expecting you.
than this slow-ass sword my offhand.
Yeah, I mean, if it's an upgrade.
Isn't Circus isn't Circus like over to the right though?
Yeah, he's up.
Or is he down here? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay,
he's
okay.
in the water itself. Careful.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna scroll up. Oh, I don't understand scroll. Sticks.
Yeah, I swear I didn't know about this boss for the longest time. Syracuse.
I gotta rebuff you guys.
I feel like that happened a lot in vanilla. Maybe not. It just...
Okay.
Or maybe it was common knowledge, but if you don't go with somebody that... I guess if you do the dungeon for the first time. Santa, it's getting late. Put 2 and 2 together.
You guys want to take him back to the top?
Yeah, sorry.
That we
You mind babysitting me, Kai? When I heal?
Yeah, I got you.
Maybe just heal me while I tank.
I got him for right now.
Thanks, man.
Let me try to pull aggro off you.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. Yeah, he was slapping you.
had no mage.
Good thing is like healing a class is so easy because you pop one heal and they're like all the way up, like to full health.
Yeah.
That's such a...
Oh, but that's.
Oh wow.
That's, I might get it. Pretty nice game.
No, that's definitely a pally. That's a fucking pally cape.
Yeah, it's all you, man.
Spirit's super good
Thank
for
you.
paladins, or what?
Yeah, definitely. Let me sell that shit.
I wouldn't know. I don't want to play Alliance.
Yeah, I'm still hiding cloak. Never mind.
Shadow.
It's so hard to get a decent.
Yeah, I mean, with the guild tabard, it looks fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go around.
I always hope that it can make that. It's just-
Oh yeah, we can't do Baron. It doesn't give us the option.
At level 6, instead of going to Troll Village, I went over the mountain to go to the Ratchet Fly Path. Knowing there was a sea creature there, I still aggroed it. Yeah, Dildo. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna
Dildo Dawn.
repotion too.
What a name.
Oh.
Santa. Oh, nice. Somebody just got Varrigan's Fist. So 26 Varrigan's Fist is pretty good. You think you could get it any earlier? What's the highest dungeon you have to do? Shadowpen Keep? Probably get it as early as like 22, right? Or there's mobs outside of BFD that you do it on, I think.
Grace, you slut, dude. You fucking.
Oh.
I want to say something so bad. Fucking Grace.
Okay. I'm gonna
Am I
pull
enjoying
right.
the mage? I am, Bilson. Before level 20, or I think it was at level 22, before I did Wailing Caverns and Dead Mines with Cargoes and Tactics.
Nice.
Congrats, man.
Is that the double ding?
Thank you.
I think we both
What's it?
just dinged on.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you dinged? Oh, yeah,
Oh, hell
nice.
yeah.
It was before I did Wailing Caverns and Dead Mines. With his mage. I was really missing my druid that I played previously, but yeah, I'm in love with the mage now. I guess the only thing I don't like about mage is that it's one of the most played classes. I really shouldn't care about that, but I really like the exclusivity
Okay, yeah, there's a lot
of
of shit.
playing a druid. But no, the mage is
Yeah,
insane. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm making it my own.
Weird.
Yeah. What the fuck? Did someone pull that?
Yeah. That was crap.
It's like, what?
I thought him and his boys were about to be like, hey guys, what's up?
The whole team.
Yeah, I was waiting for like the whole place to pull. I was like, oh, okay.
He strikes again. I'm telling you, man, I should be blacklisted at this point. I don't know. You guys were down to 3-man with me. You better be lucky if 3-4 came along.
This would have been sus as hell right here.
This would have been.
Oh my
I think
god.
I would have had
Yeah,
to
you
call
can see why it's
Blaze.
more played, yeah,
Oh
sure.
my god. He would have been healing himself. No.
Oh,
Man, now I'm
Alright,
just
here we
doing
go.
stupid
Holy
shit.
shit.
I'll stop. Golly. Like I said, don't be afraid to scream explicitives at me. I totally get it. And it just goes silent.
Still
Nobody
got,
says
like,
anything.
We got 3 more around the room. Pull this guy.
Alright, we're going in. Dark Shadow next.
So is this guy like all shadow damage? This boss right here?
Okay. Should we do it with
He probably is, right?
do I just take that? Because I'm not going to
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's
Because I
one
might
more.
just go.
Let me see what's.
I might
this
just go
boss is
shadow
great.
resistance or to take this guy.
Yeah, bro, absolutely.
Let me go for you guys.
The room doesn't aggro. There's only one ad. You want to just pull the boss?
Yeah,
and
we'll be
sheep
fine. Yeah, we'll be fine.
on you, Kai, or whoever's tanking. I should be considerate. Oh, it does pull the whole room. Here, I'll sheep. I'll sheep.
Okay, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm slept.
You're gonna have to kite for a second.
Oh, good.
3, 2.
Sadness.
All right, nobody right-click a lamp.
Yeah, for real.
Whatever you do.
Sleep's going out again.
Oh, I can't.
Yep.
Up that.
What?
Okay, you got that ad coming on you, Blaze?
Oh.
Yeah, you might have to.
Oh. It works out. Oh.
Here we go.
That's little stars. Okay. Oh, that.
Is that an upgrade for you guys, like DPS-wise?
No, it's it's
No,
all
no.
yours.
'Cause I don't know how much I really want.
What is good? What if I just slap them? Is that aggro there?
I mean, does anybody want that rod, like Kai? I guess it's too late.
No, no, it's all good.
I don't know if
I got
wanna take
Varian's
it.
Fist, so. Oh. What are you using right now? Thunderstone?
Yeah, and I like the 5 stamina. Like, it gives me 45 more mana, but I lose 50 health, and 50 health is like 5% of my HP right now.
That's pretty big.
3 and 6 spirit. I don't know. Yeah, the stam is huge.
I honestly think it's ass. Oh, I still want it.
Alright.
So
One
we're
lamp
doing
pulls.
This front pull, right?
Oh,
The
I
artisan
pulled already.
first?
I pulled.
Oh, okay.
Golly.
It's fine.
I gotta speak
It's
it.
fine, it's fine.
Yeah, I'd keep the stam. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You gotta take a little damage to deal a little damage. I probably could have waited for them to have aggro, but
Yeah, pretty easy. Yeah.
one low 20s mage isn't fun when you get all those frost talents it kicks off. Yeah, exploding mummy. I've had a lot more fun with this class ever since like level 20, 22. Ready?
Yep.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, here we go.
Is this the hardest pull?
Yeah, usually it is.
Let me see. I should be able to shoot one of these guys.
Alright, cool, cool. Hopefully he just doesn't walk into that.
Yo, does anyone mind dropping a sub? Just to remind us? I feel like every time I'm in Black Fathom Deeps, I just need that little reminder of what can go wrong on the last boss. I hate to shit like that.
Can Rogues use you? Rogues can use bows, right? Still using them.
Yeah, I think so.
I take it? Or does it
Yeah,
work?
go ahead. Oh shit.
It's all you, man.
Warrior is
I
also
agreed on it.
gonna work on that.
Yeah. I'm not worried about it.
I feel like I can like one-shot these guys, right?
Yeah, these
Yeah, I think you
Probably.
can, to be honest.
Yeah, it's easily cakewalk, dudes.
What the?
There you go.
They're all dead.
That was easy.
That's so stupid.
Go on the bear! Go on the bear! Go on the bear! Bear!
Yo, thanks, Seabass.
Go on the bear! Go on the bear! Go on the bear!
Santa every time. Yo, and Tox.
Oh my god, you just got it.
Hey, Seabass Hardcore. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're enjoying. Glad you're part of the community and everybody watching. It's always exciting to know that
Alright.
the people that are watching play the games as
You
well.
are testing my patience.
More than anything, I really do enjoy joining hardcore streams after this. I love being in like the viewer position. Last night I hung out with Big Hat TV. I don't know if any of you guys know who he is. And I mean, he's a member of the community just like everybody else. And he's got like 4 or 5 viewers, just like everybody who hasn't had a previous streaming career. And like, I don't know. I got some of the most enjoyment out of those smaller streams. So it's really cool to see that other people are playing hardcore as well. Thanks, guys, for the
Oni's going off in like
for the
7
subs.
seconds.
Let's
Not
not
sure.
have a go into bear moment. Yo, and Toxwell, I'm excited to. The mage is still alive, right? Do you stream? You're playing a no mage like me. I've never seen your stream if you have. Do you not enjoy in-game content? Not really, T-Daddy.
Okay, let's just.
I'd
I don't
never
wanna
done it
pull him
before
with
Classic
everybody.
came out, and it's. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably get rid of the turtles because this guy hits pretty hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It just looks scary.
You subbed and your Twitch immediately crashed? I feel like that's not a good omen. Not for this boss.
Is he just gonna stay there? He has to go back.
So this guy, yeah, he's stunnable, he's rootable. Kai, especially if you're tanking, as soon as he enrages, just don't turn your back towards him. Or I guess turn your
Okay.
back doesn't matter, but I'll have him slowed or rooted. And I think you can
Alright,
stun.
cool.
You should use your first stun as soon as he enrages, just stun him.
Yeah, I got you.
Small streams are dope, the interaction's so fun. Yeah, how it's whenever I'm offline, I'm constantly in the smaller streams and it's a blast. So thankful to be a part of the community. Yeah, Mage is still alive. So don't have fast enough anyway. All right, this is the killer right here.
Let's get her be buffed up.
What are you thinking, Kai? You ready?
Yeah, let me get full mana. Let me get full mana. Why am I in combat?
Yo, I like playing around with people, but at the same time, you can look at what I've got. I've got 2 days and 6 hours.
Alright, let's
At
go.
the same time, like
You ready?
you don't really want to play with people's emotions. Not in hardcore. 2 days on the line, man. Yeah, I wouldn't even mind taking aggro if I could.
Okay, yeah, this guy hits.
There you go, Kai. He's not even enraged. Go heal yourself and just run. Run. Let me take threat. Yeah, get away. Might even bop.
I'm gonna go for another heal. Okay. I'm gonna try to pull aggro again.
Just be ready to bop yourself, Kai.
Yeah.
And Blanco, be ready to vanish. Get ready for the bop. Lay on hands.
I'm bopping. I'm bopping.
Okay. Nice.
All right, we got it.
Golly.
Oh, leech pad.
Damn.
Oh, my god, you have
Yeah, bro. 3
Oh
and
my
2 stamina.
goodness. No way.
What's up with the +1 stamina, though? Yeah, that's insane.
That's how
Hell yeah, guys. Dude, I have more fun in these hardcore dungeons than half the time I'm running hardcore. Thanks, guys. It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
For
thank
sure,
you.
bro.
Click at the end of here, or?
No, I think all the bases are covered. My quests are all complete.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah,
can get him back. Oh yeah, this guy's Alliance side, right? What does he do? I always play Horde.
Yeah, I know this. Forgot what it gives.
Oh, he ported to Darnassus. Oh, that's what's up. Save me a hearth.
Watch, get her back.
Increases frost damage. Yeah, I knew that. That's a little something.
Oh, did somebody do a quest with me? That's weird.
So everyone's good, right? Yeah, you just porting everyone out?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Alright, thanks for the good guys, appreciate
Oh,
it.
hell you guys.
Yeah, dude, that was badass. I hope we cross paths again. Everybody's in
Oh, yeah,
the
for sure.
Yeah,
in the high 20s.
Yeah, definitely.
Got at least 2 days played, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got. What do I got? 1 day, 8 hours.
1 day.
I got
yeah,
2 days, 4 hours.
1 day, 2 hours.
That's awesome, guys. All right, hopefully we'll link up again, man.
Alright.
Yeah,
For sure,
good
man.
luck.
Peace out.
Take it easy, guys.
So wholesome. You actually love to see it. You love to see it. Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for the subs. Seabass Hardcore, do you stream? Looking at other hardcore streams. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna turn in this BFD quest. And the viewership was insane. Thanks for everybody that supported the podcast today. I hope we'll have more in the future. And if you want to link up, you got something to. If anybody wants to create content in any way or just get more involved, hit me up on Discord if you got any ideas. We really are here to help and support each other. You don't stream, yeah. What do you do if you accidentally teleported under the map and now you're dead? Honestly, Doc, I don't think we've had it happen yet. Doc is legit. Yeah, I think it might be a legit death. I think it would. It hasn't happened yet, Doc, and I'm waiting for that day. There's going to be some crazy technicality. It's going to be. We're going to talk about it the next time on our hardcore podcast, whenever it happens. Victory or Death podcast. But yeah, we had our first hardcore podcast today. That was exciting. 2-man Descent Graveyard with Cargos. We just 4-man BFD. Like I said, I really enjoy these groups I got to hang out with the community today, man. Sorry if I wasn't so interactive in the dungeon. Thanks for watching, guys. The support's been unreal. People's, can't show my appreciation enough. I'm hoping to push out more podcast content, more stream content. And yeah, man, we'll be around. But thanks, guys, for everything you do. Had it happen several times, especially in the docks in Southern Arathi Highlands. Yo, Doc, it's a new name, man. I hope to see you around the next stream. I'm gonna drop y'all off to Nom Nom. Y'all have a good one. I gotta go take care of some IRL stuff. We'll be back first thing tomorrow morning. Can I watch a podcast? Liramir, it's the beginning of the stream. Just go watch the VOD. It's 1 hour long. Yeah, man. Later, guys. Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll see y'all.
Yo, Grays, what's up, man? What's up, man? Get my ass kicked by this fucking scorpion. Yo, I've almost died like 3 times today, man. I was doing the chicken quest in Daenerys, and then I almost died. I did the pirates quest down in Southern Booty Bay, where you like go to that anchor and like 5 or 6 pirates busted out. I'd use everything, man. I'd use my dragon, bombs, target dummy, recombobulator, like you name it. Oh yeah, no host curse, man. Just stubborn nom never wanting to heal till the very last second. No, we're good. 9 levels is the long.
All right, this is the killer right here.
Let's get her be buffed up.
It's gonna add more structure and more of a pull.
Here, and right now we're really, you know, the purpose of doing one of these streams and why I think it's needed in our community. But we've got myself.
It's your boy Nom Nom here. Nom Nom HG here in the flesh. 2-time 60 hardcore champion.
And the author of hardcore himself, rocking the rally cap.
I love how I can fucking make fun of someone else doing it, Grace, because it happens to me every GMA, bro. Like, I always have the labels fucked up.
Yo, we even set up for this too, man. That's what the funny part is.
Every time, man. So we've got Nom Nom Cargos, myself, definitely people who I would consider the 3 of us all in on hardcore. I don't think any of us play any other version of Classic or World of Warcraft right now. We're really passionate, really excited about hardcore. We stream all the time. But yeah, I'm really excited about this podcast, and we've been talking about this for a month or so, but I think that we need to have a setting where the community can come together with, I guess you consider us the mods. Cargos kind of is the author of everything that has come about of hardcore, but you guys, you know, me, Nom Nom, and everybody that plays and who's just in the chat is just as much a part of the community. So we need a setting where we can all come together. We can talk about rules, technicalities, how to improve the game mode. Like we're constantly seeing hardcore. It's very much in its alpha or beta phase, and I don't know where we're gonna go with this, but we all need to have a place where we can all talk about it. So a lot of questions have come up recently, like that Cargos will answer, Nom Nom will answer, myself I'll answer. Like people are always asking about trading rules, or they're always asking about small technicalities, and we all kind of have the same idea, but maybe we give a little bit of a different version of an answer. So that's the purpose of the stream. But yeah, I'm really glad that we got Cargos, Nom Nom here, and everyone that's a part of the chat. So I've got everybody's chat on the screen, and I'm hoping that this gives us a feel of you're just as much a part of the stream and your opinion is just as valid as ours is. So without further ado,
Let's go, Grace. You're an amazing host, man. Already, dude, better than me. But on my first try, but yo, look at this. What are you playing in the background? Is this Unreal Stormwind? It looks insane, bro. This is the journey.
The Unreal Engine, and I don't know if this is maybe it's perfect for the hardcore stream because we're doing something different. We want to see the game bigger than it is right now, and yeah, the Unreal Engine versions of the game. I always say the dream is to play WoW in VR. And so it's kind of cool that in this hardcore setting we have a different game mode behind us. I mean, we've got our own hardcore banner. Cargos is rocking the Diablo UI, and a lot of you guys who play as well, you have a completely different UI. So we're trying to create something outside of Classic, and so it kind of feels cool. We're kind of making like an old school RuneScape mod weekly podcast, and I'm hoping that this is what it'll turn into. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Real quick, where's everybody at? We'll just do Cargos and Nom Nom. What are your hardcore characters looking like? And I do this with the chat as well. If you're playing hardcore, put your class and your level, and then we'll jump into our first topic. But yeah, I just saw you finish the Paladin, Cargos. What's it looking like?
Pally's good. I feel definitely really strong with the Pally. I love so much that hardcore makes you build the talents out differently. Like truly, like, you know, it's not even like you're trying to RP build the talents out differently. You genuinely, from the bottom of your heart, feel like a different talent build is going to be perform the best in a hardcore environment. And I love that it's truly that impactful. You know, the death penalty makes it so that you play differently, you build your talents differently. Everything is different. It's kind of like a new game, man. So I'm loving the Pally.
Nom Nom, I saw that you're on a freaking quest, man. Your warrior's looking good. You beat your personal best on the first warrior that you made. What level are you right now?
Level 50. I'm almost 51, and yeah, same thing with Cargos, man. This is I think my 5th warrior. I was prot my first 4 times, and I had to rediscover how I wanted to play. So I went Fury, gonna finish on arms. But yeah, man, I'm almost 51, and yeah, man, I love this game mode. I love we're doing this podcast, man. It's exciting to talk about everything with the community.
That's awesome. And the community as well. Like, I do this a couple times in my stream. It blows me away how many 20 plus members we have, 30 plus. I saw a couple 40s. I don't know what the highest level I saw, but the community's really coming around. What I think the first 6 months of hardcore being out, we had 5 players, 6 characters hit level 60. And I think in the last 7 months, we've had that go up to like 25, almost 25 people hit level 60 now. And that's still an extremely small percentage of the community, but it's really cool to see the community growing, and, you know, a lot of you guys getting your new personal bests and hopefully getting to level 60. Myself, I'm just running off my last run on my druid. I finally completed the challenge 6 months later. I'm playing my gnome mage. I've been itching to get back into it. You know, I was off for the weekend, and yeah, I'm level 31 on my gnome mage right now, so.
Seem to be loving the mage, bro. I think you found your spirit class. You're moving with a purpose with that thing, man. By the way, do you know how to push the nameplates over? You might have to hit transition. I feel like you did line it up but didn't hit transition. I'm just like seeing myself in you. I've made like every single mistake like this too. Like if you just,
Yeah, I'm liking I had some years taken off my life, man.
Which nameplates? Which ones?
Do you see how it says Nom Nom under me and Cargos under Nom Nom? I mean, we could just keep it that way. It's all good. I'm happy to have 2 hardcore 60s for the day.
It's kind of fun. Everybody's chasing after.
I just de-leveled in life. Oh.
Yeah, everyone's chasing after the Nom Noms 2-time level 60s.
Another thing too is, you know, I'm just throwing it out here. I mean, I'm just so happy Graze is taking the initiative to spearhead something like this, and it's just so awesome. I feel like it's going to add more structure and more of a pulse to the community. And like you said earlier, man, I'm having more fun playing hardcore than I ever have, really, with classic point blank period. And a huge part, probably the largest reason why that is, that we actually have assembled a really good group of people here. Like, people are looking out for each other. The vibes, you know, of course you have a few bad apples here and there, right? But 99.5% of everybody in the community is awesome, man. Like, really great. And you know, on this pilot episode or whatever, sorry about the blender, you know, in the chat, let us know what you think we should cover. What do you guys find entertaining on these types of things too? Like, is it death clips, highlight reels, or whatever? Because I think we're very much feeling it out as well. Like, very sorry about the noise.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's great. That's the perfect way to transition into like our first topic. I want to talk to everyone about the possibility and what it would look like if we had an official hardcore server. I mean, what you guys think. The Discord's been blowing up recently. We have a feedback section, and I think I made a comment about it, and everybody just blew up. And everyone has an opinion, and I think it's great. And I've been wanting to talk about it, not just on my own personal stream, but what do you guys think about an official hardcore server? Whenever we first started hardcore, I mean, I said it, and I think a lot of us I think we all thought it at one point. The dream is to have an official hardcore server. And I kind of want to talk about the pros and cons. The pros and cons of having our own hardcore server. And let me see if I can pull up. I've got a few bullet points I can share with everybody. But yeah, I just want to start off pros and cons. So originally I wanted a hardcore server, and a lot of people, I'll just be frank, don't necessarily think it's the best route. They don't think that hardcore would survive if we had an official Blizzard hardcore server, and I want to talk about that today. So let's start off with the pros. I think we can all agree the barrier to entry would be decimated. If we had an official hardcore server right now, you have to stream and record locally, or you have to record locally, or you have to stream your gameplay 1 to 60. And my rule of thumb, what I always say is you have to have 98% of your run recorded in order for it to be in bounds with being able to be verified and get your name in the Hall of Legends. But the barrier to entry, if we had a hardcore server, would be completely decreased. There'd be a lot more people that could play, and then a couple other things would be, we would be able to trade, and this would open up the possibility of people using enchanting and being able to trade conjurables inside of dungeons. I know that's a hot topic. We always open up chests in dungeons right now, and everyone's like, well, I accidentally looted that green cloth belt. Can I not just trade it to the guy? And it's like, well, with the way our setup is right now, it would cause more issues than it would fix. And so you would be able to trade conjurables. You could make a whitelist of items, like the blacksmithing rods that you make for enchanting, and conjurables. Maybe you could allow those things to be traded and just allow the trade function to be in the game, but those are the only things you could trade. Also, the last thing I think that would be a pro, you would have this exclusive hardcore environment. And while I'm talking about this, Cardinals and Nom Nom, y'all might have things you want to add in this, but this is my last point, is I did fishing lately, and I ran into one other guy that passed by me while I was fishing, and we were both sitting outside Stormwind in some little pond just casting our rod and reel, and we actually talked across the pond. He got on the other side of the pond. For some reason, he didn't want to be next to me, and we were whispering back and forth the whole time, and it was really cool. We were both, I think I was level 15, he was level 10, and we were both working on our fishing together. And I think, I just imagined a world where everyone's in the starting zone in L1 Forest, and you've got like 15 level 6 or level 10 characters all casting a rod and reel outside the ponds in L1 Forest. And you never see that, and so I think it would create a very interesting environment where we're not just playing on Bloodsail Buccaneers with, you know, the other RP players and everything else they're doing, but I think it would make for an interesting environment. What do you guys think about the benefits of having our own hardcore server, Nom, Ricardo's, or if you see anybody in the community that has something good to say?
I'm taking notes of the good comments too, so whatever you feedback you guys put in the Twitch chat or whatever, I'm writing it down, so we could potentially bring it up at some point. But anyway, yeah, you want to start now?
Yeah, I mean, I think at its core, it'd be wonderful just to imagine a server where every single person had one life. Like just the whole thought of everybody running around, that's their only life, to me is really appealing. My two issues are the DC deaths, and then secondly, if we didn't have it coded in, like for multiple dungeons, I think you'd see the boosting and, you know, the meta and everything that's going on today, which is kind of antithetical to why we're doing hardcore to begin with. So, but I would love to see one, but with those two caveats.
Okay, I have a big mouthful here to say. Okay, so first of all, I'm so glad that this is an issue that we're even talking about, right, guys? Because how cool is that we're in this world where there's compelling enough reasons to have a non-Blizzard, like a non-hardcore Blizzard server, like a community-run server as opposed to an official one, you know, because, you know, there could be a world where just an official hardcore server is better in every way, right? And it's sort of, we're just doing some fugazi, janky version of what could possibly be so much more. With that in mind, I think I do want an official hardcore server. I think it would be so unbelievably immersive to be in a true hardcore server, and it would be unlike anything I've ever experienced in any video game, where you go in and everyone you see around you truly has one life. It's not like you're part of this small community in the broader server and you're trying to, you know, finesse this equilibrium between the normal multi-lifers and the hardcore players. It would be so immersive to know that all these people running around have had one life. With that said, there are some cons to an official hardcore server. And the first question I want to present to the people is that how much of a percent of the experience is solo self-found gear rule set? You know, Is it 25% of the experience? Is 25% of the enjoyment of playing hardcore the idea that you have to go and scavenge stuff out in the open world and not have access to the auction house or trading? For some people, it might be more than 25%. For some people, the real value out of hardcore is truly just the permadeath aspect of it. So if Blizzard made hardcore servers, they would likely just disable the ability to respawn, right? And you would have access to the full game other than that. So I want to throw that out there as a talking point.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll cover the cons, and just to wrap up the thought of it, it would be great to have an official hardcore server for various reasons that we pointed out, but also, if we had an official hardcore server, I think the only way I would be satisfied, and maybe a lot of you guys, this is what I read in like the feedback channel in Discord, was they would have, I think the problem is if Blizzard made an official hardcore server, they would have to upkeep it. And they would have to constantly be making changes. I've talked about adding an achievement system, you know, to hardcore a couple years down the road, maybe 1 year down hardcore lifespan, and so we're looking at 2 or 3 years worth of hardcore content possibly before everybody burns out. If we had an achievement system, maybe it adds an extra 3 or 4 years. The point is, the game is always evolving. If you look at Classic WoW, it was released in 2004, and the upkeep they've done on it 15 years later, you see the product that they have. And so I think the biggest con of having an official hardcore server is I think there needs to be a lot of upkeep, and the DC deaths being permanent, I don't know how they would get around that. That's a huge con, but the coding limitations, and this is why I think an official hardcore server made by Blizzard wouldn't necessarily happen. You look at some of the private servers that a lot of people have put out, a lot of people rave about like Nostalrius or a couple Classic servers that came out before Classic was launched. There was really good feedback because the people that put those servers on were constantly evolving the game mode. But the coding limitations for Blizzard making an official hardcore server, at face value, I think right now it's too much. They would never do it. We would never be satisfied because you would have to have one instance ID with like the dungeon runs and the grouping, and I think we could get around this. Like whenever you enter a zone, like whenever you're just outside Wailing Caverns and you just walk into that cave, you know how it says you entered the zone, Wailing Caverns. You would have to make it to where you could only group inside those dungeon zones, and then somehow like a raid ID, you could only get one instance ID for instances. Could Blizzard do that? I would imagine they could, but it would probably cost a lot of money. It would be a lot of upkeep. Another issue would be respawns in the dungeon. This is something we talked about, or this is an issue that came up whenever Cardos and myself ran Stockades a couple days ago, last Friday, and we killed a respawn, and guess what? People would, you know, water always finds a crack. People are always going to exploit the game as much as they can, and so maybe there would be a rule where they only allow respawns once inside of dungeons, or else people could infinitely farm elites on their one instance ID. Also, trading, the limitations that would involve it, making a whitelist of tradable items, maybe the coding, it's too expensive to do something like that. So, whenever we first started hardcore, if you would have asked me 5 months ago if I wanted an official hardcore server, I would have said yes. But after looking at everything and seeing a lot of people's feedback in the Discord, right now, you know, 6 or 7 months into hardcore, I think the only realistic dream for me would be to have like a private server run by private server players that did all this coding and upkeep, and that's where I see the possibilities of an official hardcore server. Yeah, that's kind of.
I think a private server would do it better than Blizzard, absolutely. Especially because you'd feel like we'd have more leverage to be able to control things, but at the same time, you know, Nom Nom has made this point before too. I'll play the private servers if there's no option, if there's no official option from Blizzard, right? Like, it's sort of the type of thing that Classic WoW has to be preserved for, like, historical purposes, you know, but if Blizzard's going to offer something officially, it feels only right to support, like, the official one that they're offering, you know, so, like, I would be pretty torn with that if there was, like, a, you know, private server and just in, you know, in good conscience playing this private server for hardcore. But, yeah, like, somebody in the chat just mentioned a second ago, things evolve, things change over time, right? And like people in the chat have big brain ideas to twist the game to make it more fun, and people are thinking about seasons, achievements, all these things, you know, on an official hardcore server. I don't know if we would be able to pull it off. I mean, maybe we could. Like tweak like have custom rules even on an official hardcore server where it's permadeath. You know, I guess you could, like, you know, try to enforce rules beyond that. But I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only way hardcore survives right now, and the only reason it's fun is because there's like a Boy Scout code of honor to our game mode right now. I'm sure if somebody really wanted to, they could exploit. They could level up 1 to 60. They could. I don't want to make anybody. I don't want to give anyone ideas, but they could get a character 1 to 60 with HC in their name. They could forge a Blizzard ticket that says they have 0 deaths. But like I heard Nom Nom say one time, it's like cheating in this game mode right now is like cheating in solitaire. Like, and so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would want, as I said, I would only like a server that could incorporate almost the entire rule set we've created here. Like, I wouldn't want there to be a few things missing, right? Like, if they decided to put the auction house in, that's a no-go for me, right? If they decided, you know, if there was no instance cap, that'd be a no-go for me. So it would have to be a situation where we'd almost have to control everything, which might be a pipe dream, right? That we get, like, our entire rule set, you know, on a hardcore server.
Nam, you're the only person in the community that has 2 hardcore 60s. Let me ask you, what percentage of your enjoyment of hardcore comes from the idea of solo self-found versus permadeath or whatever? How would you just, you know, ballpark those?
No, I mean, solo self-found is probably the number one thing. I love getting excited over a green. I like, you know, fighting my way to get to a treasure chest. You know, I love finding new quests, looking forward to, you know, stuff to do. Like, yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the golden ticket for me.
So what about this? This is a hot take. Would you guys sacrifice, because we're making the rules really complicated, would you guys sacrifice the 1 instance ID rule where you can go into dungeons with 4 other players or even just 1 other player? Would you sacrifice that rule entirely? Because that would take a lot of the busy work out of making an official server. They wouldn't have to, they could just disable grouping, they could disable trading, they could disable auction house. Would you sacrifice that rule to have that solo self-found game? And someone like Nom Nom probably says yes. I know that you're not too involved in or keen on doing dungeons with other people, but myself, that's some of the most fun I've had in hardcore recently, is going into dungeons. And I mean, it might be one of those instances you can't have your cake and eat it too, and so maybe a year or 2 down the road, whenever, if hardcore were to grow so big that it just gets overtaken by the masses, and we can't necessarily enforce these rules, then maybe that's the route we have to go down, is you have to sacrifice the 1 instance dungeon rule. What do you guys think about that? Would you, in the community as well, do you care about the dungeons? Would you rather have, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
The dungeons, okay, so I guess if you're saying in a scenario, if I had to make a sacrifice, I would be fine with unlimited dungeons if we lowered the cap that you could enter the dungeon. So you're capped at the boss's, you know, level, right, or something that made it a little more difficult. Like, that would be something that I'd be willing, you know, to sacrifice. So, but because dungeons, because I have not run a dungeon yet, it's just personal. I cleared it on my 2 best classes. I'm doing warrior, which is probably one of the hardest classes I've never done. After this, I'm going to run dungeons. I like dungeons. I like the challenge, 2-man, 3-man. I'm about all that. So.
Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want seasons, some sort of seasonality with achievements and accomplishments, leaderboards. I think I would just guess that most people would want that. And the cool thing about seasons would be it would allow you to test new rules. So one thing could be like for season 2 hardcore, you could only enter dungeons if you were below the meeting stone. We could try that. It could be an epic disaster, right? But if people know there's a 3-month season, they'd be like, all right, I only have to endure this bullshit for 3 months and then it'll probably be gone, right? So like, if Dead Mind's meeting stone range, what is it, guys, like 17 to 24 or something?
17 to 26.
What if the only way you could do dungeons was if you were under the meeting stone? I like leveraging the meeting stone because it's something that you can point to Blizzard at. You can be like, look, Blizzard just said the designated range is this. So if anybody has any questions in game of like, what level can I run this dungeon? They can just look at the meeting stone and be like, all right, I can't be the minimum level on that. Now, the downside of that is it could be infuriating being in the dungeon, because when you're fighting mobs that are too high level, some of the actual ability to control and finesse gets taken away in the sense that just stuff doesn't connect, right? If something's too high level, you try to hodge something, you try to sheep something, and it resists. But it would certainly make the dungeons more challenging, and that's some feedback that I've taken away from Nom Nom's stream that I definitely agree with to a certain extent. If you're a high-speed player, the dungeons feel pretty damn safe, but at the same time, they do feel good, right? And you have to ask yourself, are we rooting for people to succeed and get 60? Like, what's the downside of people getting 60? They're just having fun with the game, they can do it on different classes, and believe it or not, there are some people that are new to the game or not as high speed that want to participate too, right? And like, if the dungeons are too hard, maybe they're just gonna die and have a bad time. So, you know, even if they are easy, maybe that's not necessarily the bad thing, because there's two factors here, right? There's the difficulty, which some people come into my streams all the time and they say, you know, you call it hardcore, it's so easy, like Iron Man's so much harder, you use white weapons. Undoubtedly, Iron Man is harder in that sense, but that doesn't always mean it's a better format, just because it's harder. There's this other aspect, guys, known as FUN, fun. You know, how fun something is to watch and play, right? So do I want to see somebody sit there and melee something with green weapons for 20 minutes to kill it? Probably not, right? So these are just all things to consider, right?
Yeah, I like the idea of seasons, and maybe that's the route hardcore is going to end up going down. So what are we looking at right now? Once TBC comes out, are people, we don't know if we're going to get an official classic server that we can continue to do hardcore on. I would imagine a lot of us will be playing TBC and we want to give TBC hardcore a shot. So in essence, we have a season that's going to have an end pretty soon. Before TBC, once TBC comes out, we'll probably still have the servers that we can possibly play on it, but it might be beneficial for the community to put a stake in the sand and say, hey guys, guess what? This was season 1 of hardcore. Look at the Hall of Legends, and like you were talking about earlier, I saw it at the end of your stream, Carver. Sometimes it's good to get a fresh reset. I don't know if it would be good or bad for the community, but we can have season 2 come out whenever TBC gets launched, and I would hope, you know, by the time TBC comes out, we would have like a decent achievement system for the next season of Classic, possibly. But a lot of our minds will probably be on hardcore TBC, and everybody wants to play TBC content. So seasons.
Yeah, seasons would be sick. The only point of running a dungeon once is to stop spell cleave. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's other reasons too, but yeah, I think at this point, you know how people come into the chat all the time and stuff. Things have been pretty good thanks to the streams of everybody. Like everything's been pretty thought out at this point. But yeah, I mean, what do you think about doing dungeons? Some people dungeons are really hard. There is a percentage of people they foam from the mouth when it comes to hardcore dungeons. It is so much more rewarding when you get these, and you know it can only has potential to drop once. That whole excitement is really there. So it could, you know, following that guiding North Star of fun to play, fun to watch, it might be more fun to play and fun to watch if the dungeons were spicier. So if you could only go under the meeting stone range, I'm curious, do you think that's too extreme? Not Gray, what do you feel about that?
So I feel like the rewards that are in the dungeons are really powerful compared to what's out in the world. But I also I know how much people love to do them, and I mean I'm gonna start doing them myself. I would hate if it was too hard and then people got frustrated, and then if the dungeons were one of the major reasons, you know, why they like to do this and they quit. So I guess it's that balance, right, between keeping it difficult, which it already is, and then keeping, you know, everybody engaged and wanting to do it. So I guess the seasons might just be a good idea, because we would maybe just have to test it out. I don't really know if I have like the answer to the solution. So
I would just imagine, and I'm trying to learn from this. I would imagine that hardcore needs to be updated in some capacity in order to keep the community involved. And let's just take a glance at old school RuneScape. I was looking at their YouTube feed right before the stream happened, and they're constantly making updates to the game too, and there's no reason why we couldn't do that with hardcore. So
what do you feel about the dungeon level of being really so you think, like, and this is a question from the chat too, could you do SM Cathedral at under the meeting stone range? Like for something like Dead Mines, I think you could do it at like 16 with a full group of high 16s, sticky glue, all this type of shit. You could clear Dead Mines, but I think to myself, what about RFD? What about SM? What about, like, if you were at the under the meeting stone range, is it possible to even do these dungeons? But maybe it would be truly epic. Maybe you would show up to party, like you'd have full buffs, full everything, and be taking those dungeons dead ass seriously, and it might deter people from doing dungeons a lot. So I'm just trying to think of the implications of it.
yeah, I think Scarlet Monastery, the meeting stone is like 28 to 42, but I think on Wowhead, like Cathedral has like a low end of 36, so maybe we could figure out how to get people in there at level 35 to try out Scarlet Monastery. But I think it would be cool to mix things up in that sense, because I mean, what are me, you, and Tactics, we 3-manned didn't we three-man Wailing Caverns and Dead Mines the other day. Those are the lower level dungeons, and you know, as soon as I started my stream the next day, somebody was like, well, what are we gonna do about like, should we change the rule set because the dungeons are too easy? I think that if we had that rule set implemented, you would definitely see people only go up to about Scarlet Monastery, because the bosses we were talking about on our last 1 to 60 run, we didn't want to do Ultimate because the last boss just hits too hard. So there would definitely be a cutoff. Is that bad game design to only allow people to access the first half of the dungeons?
I don't think it's too much lower. Like the final boss, right, Mograine, he's it's level 42, so we'd be cutting it down from 45 to 42. So we're not gonna be you never would have to fight an orange mob. Like you would be. You know, you'd be yellow, you know, if you went in at 40-41. So just whatever the final level is of the final boss, we don't want to make it. So we don't want to make it so hard, like as Carg was saying, man. Everything gets resisted. I mean, that's not even fun, right?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though, that I'm concerned about. Because it's a community challenge, there's a high potential of things being like cringily micromanagey. Like when it comes to the rule set, some people we already get that. I think we do a good job though of pulling it up, being like, yo, guys, if at the end of the day, if you're not feeling it or whatever, like if you don't really feel like recording, like knock yourself out, go play. It's just not going to be verified. That's our one thing that we can, you know, cherish and hide away and tuck away as our little precious achievement. You know, the whole verified aspect of it. But you know, a part of me thinks if we say the Dead Mines max level limit is some arbitrary thing within the Meeting Stone, people might be like going like, damn, dude, these people are just really trying to micro. You know, what you know, decide, like, you know, who are they to decide the power level of this dungeon type thing, you know, as opposed to like you can kind of blame it around the Meeting Stone in any direction, be like, you're either in the Meeting Stone or below it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you can kind of point to the Meeting Stone, and then that way people can check in game as well, as opposed to having to go to the website and look up, all right, what's the max level I can do this dungeon at, like according to the High Council of hardcore people, you know, it's like 23, okay, you know, but if you could just check in game, like, oh.
Do you think we could pull that off, like in a community sense, or do you think it'd have to be a hardcore server to like implement a hard rule like that? Possibly seasoned like a hardcore server, like by a private server of Blizzard is how I would see it. I don't know if we could get the community behind agreeing on dungeons at a certain level.
I'm also fine with the status quo. I don't think the dungeons are an issue. I guess the question was more phrased like in a perfect world, if I had to change one thing, if we had to, you know, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I also don't feel that there's a problem. I don't think it's being exploited. We still only have like 20 level 60s, and just for my gut analysis, I mean, we've had what 10, 15, 20,000 attempts. So we're still in a fraction of a percent of people that are clearing the challenge. So it's already plenty difficult as it is. So. All of us here, we have hardcore 60s, and we've died, what, 15, 20 times each? Yep. So, I mean...
I died on the class that I thought was unkillable. I played Paladin, died at 17, and then I re-rolled, and I was like...
Yeah.
The thing is, too, guys, I don't know if you guys agree in the chat, but the hardcore is working, like, beautifully well. Like, everything is just falling into place perfectly. Like, even the idea of fishing up rocket fuel the other day, like, that just really delighted me. But nothing is really broken with the current rule set. It's great right now. Like, things are fun, you know? And here's the question I would ask you guys, chat. Are you rooting for people to fail? Like a lot of people say, like world buffs are too easy, dungeons too easy. Do you want these like group of your peers to die? Like, do you want them to? I mean, there always has to be that level of spice, but I mean, like I'm rooting for these people to succeed. It doesn't always have to be the most hard thing ever to the point where, you know, I want these people to get 60 and get that accomplishment, and to do it again on another character, and to feel kind of happy and feel like progression and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I the way I see it, man, half the time I'm watching hardcore streams, I never go against the juicy death thing. Yeah, it's like people comparing hardcore streams to NASCAR. Like the only reason they love NASCAR is for the wrecks, the restarts and the big wrecks, which is a terrible way to look at it, but there is some value in watching hardcore streams and seeing people die. But yeah, who was it? Yeah, so we were talking about voting on the rules, and Gina Lovie, that's part of the reason why we're doing the stream. Maybe we can transition into our two last points of the stream. And bear with us, stick around. This is the first one. We're trying to do that, but definitely want the community involved in some of these decisions that have come up the last couple of weeks. And this is really the reason why I think we're starting this podcast and why I feel like it's essential for our community. And one of the first technicalities I want to bring to the community, and I think Cargos and Namna, we talked about this before we started, but in the context of dungeons, what do you guys think of that? Because this technicality came up last time that we ran outside of the dungeon. Me and Carlos, we were in a duel environment. We were trying to 2-man stockades, and Blaze for Days jumped out of the closet, pulled one of the mobs tied to one of the bosses, and so it was like a 4-pull. And with just the mage and the paladin, I screamed at Carlos like, "Let's get out of the dungeon right now. We gotta reset." I messed up, and so we ran out of the dungeon, came back, cleaned it up, and we saw a lot of people in the Discord and the feedback section say that they didn't necessarily agree with that rule set, or there's a technicality. I thought one dungeon meant one try, and so maybe we can open this up to the community, and I'll share my thoughts on what I think about it. Whenever I look at the dungeon rules, and whenever we're trying to enforce rules or encourage people to stick with a certain rule set, one thing I use as a rule of thumb is you have to look at the scope that we're working under right now, and we can only do so much. And so we try and enforce as few rules as possible because the moderation is just too difficult. If we were to, in this instance, where I stand is it's one instance ID. If you want to run out and reset the dungeon, and you're still in the same 5-man group and nobody we could even talk about the possibility of somebody dying and invite somebody else in that might help you out. The way I see these 5-man dungeon groups is that one instance ID, you can't reset it. But you can run outside the instance, but also respawns. I don't know if I want to go this far yet. But
here's my thing: the more times you tell someone that you can't do something, it sucks. It feels bad, man, when you tell someone you can't do this, because they're like, who are you, the fucking hardcore police? Like, so it's like, I just try to keep things as simple as possible. And, we're all trying to have fun and play the game itself too. So if you tell people like, no, man, you have to fight where you stand in the dungeon, you can't reset. It would buff the dungeons, in that sense, if you couldn't run out at all. But at the same time, you have to think about all the other little things that you may not think about initially. What if somebody forgets to get food or water? They want to run out and get some food and water. Or if they forget to loot a quest item in SM, they forget to click the book. Now they can't go back and get the book. I could see situations where drama would come because they're like, yo, this is some bullshit. Like what if someone, DC'd or glitched out and they pull a bunch of things in the dungeon and now they can't zone out and they're gonna be like, yo, this is bullshit. We just aggroed the whole instance and through some bug or something. Now we're all dead. These are things I think about. I just keep it simple. One instance reset. If that means people are sweaty enough that they want to stay inside the dungeon and wait for the respawn so they can kill trash over and over again, yes, that sounds problematic. But at the same time, the XP per hour is going to be so dog shit, right? Like, how long does it take for respawns to come in? Like 15 minutes or something? And you have to be like hovering around the instance to go back in and cleave them down or something. I don't, So
I mean, I was watching your guys stream live. I didn't have a problem that you guys ran out and reset it. I saw the chat kind of blowing up, but it's just natural. That's what happened with a regular team, right? You go in, someone just messes up with holes, or let's say you forget to buy water, or there's a quest outside. I think a little common sense needs to be applied to it. I didn't have a problem with it, so and to your point, if you want to hang out and farm respawns, I mean, I guess, let's just keep it simple. As all three of us always say, it's not that serious. I think less rules is better.
And like, if you're trying to be a lawyer, you're trying to nitpick the rules. I know that they're not fully fleshed out and they could probably be written a little bit better. But like, if you're coming up with a technicality, or you're trying to exploit the system, it's use common sense. It's like it's not the way it was necessarily intended. So it's probably going to be frowned upon, but we don't necessarily want people to exploit the rules. It's not the purpose of the rule set. Not so you can nitpick it and figure out where you can, get around them. But like Atosh said, are there any dungeons where respawns are enough to make it worth killing them? And I will say, I think that someone told me this, and I don't know that it's confirmed, but in the SM graveyard, if you get a rare spawn, so you have one instance ID, you zone in and you have one rare spawn that is in that instance ID, I think that you can kill them, and somebody told me if you wait long enough for the respawns, like 20 minutes, the rare spawns will respawn, and those rare spawns have insane loot. So I can imagine a scenario where a rogue goes in at level 38. I think there's there's a couple items where it would be beneficial. In our stock gates run, we would kill the respawns just so we have a clear path to run outside gates. I got some amazing blue shoulders on respawns that I wouldn't have got. So there's definitely a topic of discussion, like what Paladin said about whenever we talk about respawns. Again, if somebody wants to sit in that one instance ID and farm respawns for 24 hours, so I think that's kind of
Yeah, at the end of the day, someone is technically, you know, capable of farming green mobs the whole way up. They could probably do it. But the main thing that I would say, because some people always say that in the chat, like, oh, that's not hard, you could just do that. So go do it. Yeah, like, once you're there on that beach with the turtles right in front of you, I've been on that beach, man. I've seen the turtles. It just, like, you have to be a robot in order to stay there for that long. Like, it's just too slow, man. It would take you so long, and it's so boring that you have to freaking risk it for the biscuit a little bit. It's human nature. And if for some crazy reason you are a straight up robot and you're going to do that over the course of the next 6 months and kill turtles, Godspeed, man. We'll give you the verified, bro. Like, yeah, it's not that serious. Like, good man. Good job, bro. Turtle Slayer badge or something, man. It's
Yeah,
so,
just the human nature, man. Just to be able to fight green mobs that long. I mean, you're talking about adding legit like 5 to 10 more days of playtime. You know, so yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something we put kind of a vote to the community on the instance thing. I mean, I think we all kind of have. We're all around the same ballpark, but I don't really know what the concrete solution is. I think people want to have a concrete solution. I feel like we're coming up with good ideas, but I don't think we've answered the question at all.
Yeah. So here's one thing that I want to bring up too. I think it would be realistic and I think possible and would be awesome for the community if we could get Blizzard a little more on board with the whole idea of verifying 60s, or maybe this is okay. What do you guys think? Is this less of a stretch than telling Blizzard to make hardcore servers to get them to add a deaths command, right? Or getting them to add like an auctions used command, or any of those commands that would track a character's interactions. You know, whatever those would be. I don't know, like a dungeons. No, that's not a thing. But a deaths command. And what else would be
a trade, like a trade command? Because there's no trading in game. Like if you can somehow track if people were to trade or not. Yeah, I like the idea of that so much more than an official hardcore server. If they gave us just those few tools, it would definitely make our community thrive, and like the verification process a lot more solid. And this is a great point. This is going to be our last topic of discussion. Then we're going to go into a little bit of Q&A right at the end. So if you have any questions, I'll try and answer them. But the last point I want to go over today is the verification process. And there's been a lot of nuance thrown around here and there. Myself, Nom, and Targos probably all give a little bit different answer in each of our streams whenever people talk about the verification. But if we can lay out the verification process real quick, all of our thoughts, maybe your thoughts, and then maybe we can all come together just so we don't have to give our own additional details in our streams. We can all come to a collective consensus. But to be verified as a level 60 character in hardcore, the rules, the way they are currently, you have to stream or record, in theory, 100% of your run. What I always say is 98%. If you have 98% of the VODs recorded, you upload them to YouTube, and then you get a GM verification that verifies that. So some people say, well, why do I need to record it? You say it's your best. It's just that you run that you didn't trade, you didn't get tricked out, you didn't get boosted by an A, you didn't do dungeons over. So the way the rules are right now, you have to stream or record locally, and you have to get the what I would say 98% of your run, and you have to get the GM ticket that says you have 0 deaths. There's a lot of nuance. Yeah.
What we talked about earlier is that we get all the time, probably the most common thing that we get is a mod in the Discord, and we need more help for mods, by the way. If anybody's trying to step up to the plate and be like a champion of the community and drive it forward and all like that, we could use some reinforcements, man. But the overwhelming amount of things is DC tickets, right? Or people like, oh, dude, my file got corrupted, or like I lost some footage, man. Like, what am I going to do? Is it all over for me? And it just feels like the worst thing in the world ever to say, sorry, bro, you're unscuffed. Like, GG, go reroll. No one is trying to say that to people, So like, as much as possible, we're trying to like be as understanding as possible, and like kind of the way we've been talking about it internally as mods is that, you know, if you're missing footage, right, at some point, there probably has to be some sort of cap where you can't just be missing half of your run, right? But if you're missing a smallish amount of footage, you get like a 1 strike. Be like, all right, you're good to keep playing, man. You know, we get they could have died, but you getting that 60 verified title is contingent upon getting the GM verification. So like, without that GM verification, you wouldn't get, you know, validated and get the Gamer Cloud featured on the website.
Yeah, I mean, I have, as I looked at my Discord, I have 38 people that have DM'd me just with different situations, and we're on about the same page. So if it's a small amount of time, you know, I just tell them that you need to not have anything else missing and you need the GM verification because we don't know what happened during that time frame. The GM verification to me isn't important if you have 100% recorded or streamed, right? Because every second can be watched. So, I mean, I think it's just pretty simple. And to your point, I don't want to tell somebody to redo 2 days because they forget to hit the record button for 45 minutes. But you do need to get verified that you didn't die because I don't know what you did in the 45 minutes. But, you know, we want people to have fun. Like, we want more people to succeed. And I'm not trying to tell. I'm not the master of anybody. I don't want to tell somebody their / days played 2 days is over, you know?
Yeah. I mean, what would be the cap though of missing footage for you guys? You know, like it's the type of thing that it couldn't really be percentage based because you could just drag out your run until it becomes 1%. You know, if you're missing 10 hours and you just play for like 20 days and then you did 60, you know, but you know, there would have to be some sort of cap, I guess. You know, it feels horrible, man, but I mean, I would say I'm just shooting from the hip here, guys. Like 3 hours. I mean.
Yeah, what if your computer crashes, you're on a 7-hour session, and that 7 hours is instantly gone? There's a lot of nuance around this rule, and maybe we could go around in circles in how we want to answer it. Maybe the best course of action whenever something like this happens and you do lose a whole game session worth of footage, you just show, as soon as you start your next recording or stream, I would encourage you to just open up the character pane. Be as proactive as possible. If you don't want to lose your run, try and show the mods. Try and prove to the recording that you didn't do anything in 7 hours left. You get the GM, you know, one thing you can't verify is whether you died or not. So you get the GM ticket, maybe it makes up those last 7 hours. You show everything in your bank, your bags, your gold amount, and your gear. And maybe your skills and stuff. So if you make the case for yourself, like, again, it's not that serious, but if you want to hold the integrity of the game, you're definitely going to have to require that you go the extra mile in proving that you didn't do anything against the rules if you have like a gap in space like that.
Yeah, I think, you know, Gian Lavoie in the chat said something, and some people have said this too. It needs to be on a case-by-case basis. Like, the more and more I think about it, I almost feel like, I mean, that's how we've been handling it, guys. We have a little mod chat thing, and there's about a dozen of us or so, maybe a little bit more at this point. So if somebody's right on the edge, we'll just throw it in there, and then everybody can vote on it to see if like they think it's fine or not. That's kind of the best option we have until we get some sort of Blizzard support here with some commands or something, right? Like just case by case. Unless you think there really is just a hard number to stick to, of like how much footage you're missing.
Yeah, I mean, every person that sent me something and I've asked them to send proof, it's always been like detailed before, after, like pictures of the bags. You know, I don't think anybody's really trying to, you know, to try to skimp on the challenge. But yeah, I think it needs to be case by case. But I've seen anywhere from like 30 minutes to 3 hours. But in every case, it all seemed legit. So yeah, definitely report.
99.5% of the people in this community, like, if you were trying to like profiteer off WoW, explore WoW, or whatever, like, you probably wouldn't be here, right? Like, why would you do that in hardcore? It just seems like counterproductive. You would go do that in just the retail version of the game and try to scamaz your way to the top, you know, or just the normal version of the game. I'm not sure, you know, but I think things are set up in a way that 99.5% of people are, you know, are in it for the right reasons and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been all over the place, guys, and that's kind of the three topics we have here today. If anybody has any burning questions and you want to get thoughts on it, maybe while all three of us are here together and the rest of the community, we could even do some polls. If anybody has any questions, you know, maybe we can do like 5 or 10 minutes of Q&A and then wrap it up. We're going to keep these kind of short, but it would be really neat to have these on like a week-to-week basis because I swear, I hope that you guys kind of saw the format of today. If you have any questions about website improvements, Discord improvements, what you want to see the community at in one way or another, this is the time to shoot your shot. And I'm hoping that before we go any further, I'll see you guys' questions. But I would encourage you this week, before we have anything set up on the website or anything, I would go to the Discord and hardcore. I plan on doing this next week, or maybe a bi-weekly thing. But put your thoughts that you want us to answer into the feedback section, and then we'll disseminate that on the streams. If anybody has anything, I saw a couple questions. I didn't write it down, but we can hang around for a moment.
I mean, real quick, I mean, Kigo makes a good point. Just kind of get in the habit, I do it too. Just maybe before you start your stream, end your stream, open up your bags. Just, you know, show how much money you have, you know, your current level, you know, your items. You know, that way if you forget to record for a small period of time or there's something missing, you know, it just makes it easier when you send it to the mods. I mean, that's just something that doesn't require a lot of effort, but, you know, it shows good intent.
The other thing I just want to throw out there, guys, how many wholesome communities do you have in your life right now? Take a good look at yourself. Whether you have like a soccer league, whatever, maybe you have a couple. It's hard, man, to like keep a community going. What makes a good community? How to stop it from crumbling or imploding, like 99% of them do at some point. It's so easy to ruin a good thing. It's so easy in the internet digital age to just walk away from your computer and just block someone and never talk to them again. But it takes so long. To build something, you know, to build something worth it, right? It just it takes months, you know, and just keep that in mind, man. It takes months to build a good thing, but it takes 2 milliseconds to just walk away from something. So whatever you guys can do to try to keep it going. You know, I assume we're going to lose a lot of players come Shadowlands. Shadowlands is going to come out, probably lose half the player base. That's fine with me. I'm fine with that. I'm just like, I'm fine. That's I mean, it sucks to a certain extent, but, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this, but you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when there was like that kind of gap when no one was doing it, there was only 5 of us doing it, man, and I was still having a blast. So yeah, the challenge is fun in its own right. So, you know, yeah, as long as you're surrounded by people that like to do it, yeah, I think it's gonna be a blast regardless.
Oh yeah, Winky just got his verification. He said he just got his GM verification email, confirming that he got 0 deaths. So congrats on that.
Yeah, nice congrats, Winky.
He'll be in the Hall of Legends soon. And then Desgador asked if we've been cleared to play on a valid DC death. If when we get to 60, will the Blizz GM need to verify that 1 death, since obviously they'll show 1 and not 0? Yeah, exactly, Desgador. That's the great thing about not having an official hardcore server or a private server, where, you know, if you were to disconnect and you lose your level 52 hardcore character that it took you 3 months to get to, that's the good thing about how we're running hardcore right now is you can continue and still be verified if you hit level 60. If you had 3 disconnect deaths and they were all cleared to play on, the scenario would be you hit 60, you have your whole stream recorded, and then you have those 3 disconnects recorded, and you line that up with the amount of deaths that you have on the GM verification ticket. So that's a good question. If anybody else has anything, you know, now's the time to shoot your shot. I really do appreciate y'all showing up and being interactive. I think it's been a success, man. I want to keep these short and sweet. I'm going to do a lot more research on like old school RuneScape, and I really do see our hardcore community, our little niche, almost as like our own game mode. This is Classic Plus. And that's our about on stream all the time. We're creating our own game right now, and everybody has these fantasies of Classic Plus and WoW 2. I'm really excited about the GM8 mode. They're going to have Kevin Jordan on it. And so I'm hoping that, you know, maybe the things that got talked about today, the pros and cons of an official hardcore server, we'll be able to hear it from one of the guys himself who made the game. I'm really looking forward to that podcast. But yeah, we got a good thing going.
Yeah, we really do, man. I can't thank all of you guys enough. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we need, though, man. There's a lot more potential with this stuff. The achievement system, the seasons, and pretty much what you're seeing here is what you get. There's no high-speed team of engineers behind the scenes working on this stuff. It's just some sweaty neckbeards like you guys. Like we don't have many skills, but we're trying to do something. So if anybody has skills that can bring to the table, like shout out to Kennedy for making the add-on, shout out to Brandon for making the most glorious art assets I've ever seen. Literally looks better than the Shadowlands logo. Scouts Honor, polygraph me. I actually do believe this hardcore logo looks better than the Shadowlands logo. All this good stuff, man. Let's collab. And if anybody's trying to get into streaming too, I like how the hardcore people host other hardcore people, and are trying to spread the love and share the bread, all that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, if anybody, I mean, it's really neat that we're doing this podcast. I'm hoping that this continues in some capacity. If anybody wants to have like a gazetteer or like a newspaper cast or like a death and delete podcast where you highlight deaths and you highlight the highlight reels, I would love to back that. A lot of us, if you have an idea and you really want to put your best foot forward, like the community is here, people know that you want to be the next one. You have goals and ambitions. Everybody's doing something.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like we're pretty much wrapped up. It's going to be a lot more formatted the next time we do one of these. I'm really happy about how it turned out.
There might be room to do multiple too, man, because there could be more constructive ones like this, guys. I don't know what you think. We're really trying to get like productive and fix some potential issues, or nip some stuff in the butt before it turns into drama or whatever. But there also could be fun podcasts where we're just reviewing death clips and highlights and just cracking up, and just that type of stuff too. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, this just kind of got thrown together, and I think it's been a success. But yeah, to your point, yeah, if it's more structured and we can have a few different like topics, yeah, I think it'd be great. So. It's just great to be able to interact with the whole community yourself all the time.
Absolutely. We're a small fish. We're a little minnow in a small pond. And they I don't know. We're a subset of a subset of a subset of a community. So, yeah.
That's great, man. Yeah, I really do. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I don't want these things to drag out because I want them to be digestible. And but yeah, I really do appreciate Cargo's Nom Nom. You guys, everything you do for the community. Thanks for being here.
Hell yeah. Can we get some love to see it's for Grays? Like, just putting it all together, man. Grays put this whole thing together, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was great to be a part of this. I love you guys, man. I love the community. It's great.
Yeah, I'm probably going to jump on Discord here. I know I got a lot of Discord, so if you're not a Grays fan, now's the time to leave, but I'm probably going to play a little bit of hardcore myself. Nom Nom's probably going to go live pretty soon. I don't know what your plans are for the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go about 30 minutes. So.
I'm sure a lot of y'all are playing hardcore yourself, so I, again, just appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll see more come out of the community in the next couple weeks.
Hell yeah, get out there and have fun. Stay safe, yo. It is mad fun, bro. Hey, hardcore. It's just fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah, for anybody that hasn't tried it, just do it, man. It doesn't matter. Just do it, man. It's fun, man. It makes the game great again.
That's awesome. All right, fellas. Thanks, guys.
All right. Yes.
All right. Let me see if I can fix this. So, this is awkward. We go from a podcast. I'm gonna cut this up later. Yeah, like I don't really know what to do right now. This is supposed to be. Gotta change the title.
Something special.
Come here often? Yeah. So we go from a serious hardcore podcast, constructive criticism. We're really trying to do something beneficial for the community, and my idea behind that podcast is really to have the community's voice heard just as much as the mods or the people that are streaming it constantly, because you guys are just if it wasn't for the community, this would be nothing. And so I'm hoping that we can make a platform where
I've been expecting
all of our voices can be heard. Yeah, if you guys want to follow up at all, I'm gonna make a video clip out of that. I think it was like an hour and 7 minutes long, maybe an hour after the intro screen. It's gonna be really good to clip later. I don't know if I'm gonna make an official Classic Hardcore YouTube channel. I don't necessarily want to put it on my YouTube channel, but we'll be able to post this in later versions. But yeah, we move on to Blaze from Mother Second Days. Look at this. I was talking to Big Hat TV yesterday. He's a member of the community. You guys see him in the chat all the time. I was in his stream last night, and we were talking about identities. And for 6 months, I played a Tauren Druid, and my favorite class in Vanilla. I finally got him to 60 6 months later, and this was it. Hard Graze. Scuffed Chad, Tauren Druid himself in the flesh. You know, there's a lot of story behind this guy. The point is, I've always been a Tauren Druid player. I really like the class fantasy. I like the fact that they're unique. I like that nobody plays them. And that's really why I was drawn to Tauren Druids. And so that's all I've ever known in Classic WoW. And then, this guy was born. A week later, whenever I first played the game back in the day, let me turn this down a little bit. Whenever I first played back in the day, I had a gnome warrior. In 2005, I was a 9-year-old kid, had the same bald head, curly Q mustache, and he didn't look nearly as cool as this guy does now. But I think that I'm having like an identity crisis, and I'm having to come to terms that I think that I'm more of a gnome mage than I am a Tauren Druid. I really don't know how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm super pumped to play this guy. I've been off the last couple days. Talking about those shoulders I got in stockades, they go perfectly with my new, what's that? I look like I should be standing next to the weapon trainer in Stormwind. I think it's racist too. What they call him, Wong Pu? I'm not trying to be racist here. Cancel his ass right now. Praise for days. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're only gonna get to I feel like I gotta go. I got to I gotta go explain myself now on that last one. Let me go show you guys what I think I look like. I feel like I think this thing right now. Level 31. So the last time I played this character, me and Cargos were traversing through the depths and the dungeons of Stockades. We two-manned it. I was level 30, he was level 29. I think Cargos, what was he, like level 37 today? Oh yeah, I went to the beach with the in-laws. And had a couple too many glasses of wine with my mother-in-law. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, it kind of made the trip bearable. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Where did we last leave off? I've got a talent point. I think I turned in on my Stockades quest. There's a couple more quests I gotta turn in. But yeah, let me show you guys what I was talking about. Brocorn Bowl to Uncle Tickles. Yeah. This is Uncle Tickles, I can see. Definitely no mage. Let me show you guys what I've got.
Hey there.
I didn't even play this morning. I was working on that podcast all morning. I know it may not show, but it took a lot of time just to make that scuffed ass podcast. I'm engineering and mining, which is really exciting for a mage. I'm 180 engineering. Bags are super full right now. I want to manage as best I can. Let me see what I can drop off. Let's put some wool cloth. I guess we can make a stack of stone already. Stone. I'll tell you what, the inventory boss is real and hardcore. All these aspects of the game that you never think about are a thing again in hardcore. They're a challenge. I don't even think, so as soon as we got done with our Stockades run, I had to go straight to the beach. And so I didn't even clean my bags from the last Stockades run. I don't even know what gear I have on. Yeah, man, I'm looking hot right now. I look like I'm ready to go into battle. Ready to make some plays for days. Be a little blaze along the way. Yeah, Wong Pu. I feel like, isn't that his name? Oh, Wu Ping. Yeah, Wu Ping. Going into battle hot. Yeah, if I had a duo partner right now, Wu Ping would be the perfect duo partner. Anyways, moving on from the cancel culture. Let's get into some gameplay. Let me turn in these quests, and I'm really not even sure where I'm supposed to be headed. It's level 31. What did we last do? I think I was in the wetlands, and then we went straight to the stockades. And I really don't know what's next. Don't turn your back on Mulgore, Pepe Hands! I'll tell you what, after playing through the Barrens for 6 months, it feels so good to be on the other side. I mean, you can play undead and get away from the Barrens for a little bit, but then you hit level 15, you get through Silver Pine Forest, and you're back in the Barrens again. It's like it's a freaking hellhole, man. You can't get out of it. It's like a bad dream. So I've really been playing on the blind side. Yo, Chip, did you just missed the first hardcore podcast?
Good day to you.
I don't know. I really don't. I have an idea of where I want the podcast to go. I don't know if it's gonna achieve it or not, though. I really want us to be able to hash out like rules and technicalities that come about every single week on the podcast, but I think that I need to make like a second one. Because I definitely want to have like a more fun, upbeat podcast with more of the death clips and highlight reels. If anybody's interested, you know, everybody's spread a little bit thin here. But if you have any ideas, by all means, you know, reach out. If you want to do something, if we haven't shown it to you already, the hardcore community is here to back you up. I finally got rid of that green item. I was wondering when I was going to get rid of that guy. Let's see what these quests are missing. Who cares? Sun rains for days? Yeah. I don't think I got burned too bad, did I? I still look pale as a ghost. Watch your mother-in-law is a secret Twitch lurker and she hurt? Yeah, nah. My mother-in-law doesn't know the first thing about technology. I told her twitch.tv/grace for days and she was like, huh? Yeah, no, I hope she's not. Watching.
I hope she's not watching.
Is he keeping butt? Dad identified. That's a dad joke if I ever seen that. How's it racing? I don't think it's racist. It's probably should cover. You know, in 2020 nowadays, man, you really don't know. I'm always looking for the sewer beast. Man, for anybody that doesn't know, me and the sewer beast, we go back. I was so nostalgic about the sewer beast before Classic came out, I made a music video. Does anyone want to see the music video? Maybe whenever we got on the flight path, type a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. And like, be serious though. Don't troll me. Does anyone know about the Super Beast music video? So my guess is 99% of you don't. I'll pull it up once we get on our way. I'll look it up. It's the No More Your music video. Yeah, something like that. Slim.
What brings you here?
Missing Diplomat is fun, but flags you? Nice. Any stream snipers? I'm not really worried about getting flagged inside Stormwind. Maybe if I was on the Horde side, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but this is like an Alliance-heavy faction, right? Or Alliance-heavy. Oh, you know what? If I was level 29, I've been waiting to do a Battleground in Hardcore. Maybe at the next level bracket, once I hit 39, we'll do a Battleground. On a Mage, though? It's kind of scary. I was much more comfortable on my Druid. Alright, find Jorgen and Storm. This is all uncharted territory for me as well. Yo, is the music super loud? This is all uncharted territory for me. I normally just play the Horde. I play on Horde predominantly. And it's been a lot of fun playing on the Alliance side. I've been, ever since Classic came out, I played as a kid on the Alliance side, but I didn't really play. I was more of an explorer. I think I hit like level 40. I remember getting my mount in like a year and a half to even get high enough level to get a mount, and I think somebody gave me gold in the first mount. But the point is, I've never really played on the Alliance side, so we just had the 1-year anniversary of Classic being released, and I've really been looking forward to playing on the Alliance side. So this, you know, what you're watching right now is a dream come true for me. Being able to quest through these zones, and now that I'm older now, just be able to comprehend and digest the content in a way that I never could have whenever I was younger. And maybe a lot of you guys were old enough to experience the game. You could comprehend at a higher level than I could when I was a kid. But I would imagine a lot of you guys feel the same way. Even as your second go around, you have a little bit more time. You can get a second chance at WoW. It's really been a dream come true. Maybe the whole last year has been a dream come true, to be honest. Speak to Ellie, this is one thing. If I wasn't streaming, man, I'd be all over the quest text right now. It's kind of one sad element of streaming right now. There's a lot of positives, especially streaming hardcore, but I think one of the negatives is pretty much just run around and choose to interact with the chat when I do the chat. But yeah, maybe one day whenever I'm old and retired and I'm 60, 65, and they still have a classic version. Maybe I'm playing in VR. Oh my gosh, that's the dream. Playing classic in VR, 65 years old. Plus text. Slash AFK macro? Yeah, Beetle. Exposed. I got a sewer costume? Maybe one of these days, man. So, we were trolling about it the other day in chat. We're like, well, this guy makes it to 60. You know, you gotta roleplay in the character, right? Yikes. I don't know. I mean, I can do the head part. I don't know how I'm gonna pull off the mustache though. You got me streaming on, this is my first time to stream. Hey, thanks, Nomad. That's what's up, dude. I see these comments. I wouldn't say every day, but it really, it validates everything that we're doing. And it's just great to see people excited about hardcore again, man. I really do appreciate you sharing. It's great. I'm glad you're playing the game again. Yeah, like I said, everything about what we're doing right now is a good value. Death and BG still death? Absolutely. Some awkward quest dialogue reading on stream? I really got to get in character for that one to be freed. Not saying I have to roleplay or put on a costume and a suit to read quest text, but I gotta be in the zone. Okay, I do remember something happens right here, right? I should really pull up the Pokédex. I'm gonna pull up the Pokédex. I'm not going out on you guys, but I do want to show you. This is the perfect opportunity. What am I getting into right now? A lot of you are probably laughing right now. You're laughing because you're like about to... Yeah, I'm going back to mold. Exactly. Going back to mold. This is super. Who should I message with the mods about? Pondo, for now, go ahead and message me. In the future, we should have like an application, not an application process. Again, it's not that serious, but it would help out to have more mods. So send me a message on Discord. Can I read in your tunes voices or quest givers voices? Yikes. Okay, so infiltrating the castle. I want to do it quick. Pull out my trusty I'll tell you what, this Pokédex has saved me more times than I can remember. A lot of times I like to come here and look at the comments. Here's the deal. Once you get 3 silk and 2 apples... Oh, never mind. Go back and talk to the comments. If you die or someone else attacks the boss, you must abandon the quest before you get activated again. This quest is really easy, especially if there happens to be people around. I sold it with my 30 or 31 Paladin. Alright, so I'm a 31 mage right now. I think I could solo, but... Depends. I can possibly do what a 30 Paladin can do right now. Barely taking care of my health. Okay, I can definitely do this. Alright, so it might be a little spicy, but I'm never backing down from a challenge.
Interesting.
I've been expecting.
Oh, 3 silk cloth and 2 of Clara's fresh apples. Are you serious? Please tell me I have silk cloth. I do. Where do I get the fresh apples? I just picked up items of some consequence. So I'm about to get a badass ring, huh? Clara's fresh apple. Oh, right outside of Stormwind? Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. How was the beach? It was good, man. I really enjoyed the beach. You know, we were joking. They had that hurricane come through Louisiana. It was the hurricanes always start like heading towards Texas. I'm from Texas, by the way. They're always headed toward Texas, and then they take a right turn and just end up decimating Louisiana. It's crazy. I don't know what everyone's situation is, but I feel sorry for anybody that lives in Louisiana. It's like they go through this cycle every year or two of just starting over. It almost seems like a bad nightmare that you can never wake up from. The reality of you're gonna have your business or house wiped out every couple of years. But anyways, everyone was worried about if I was gonna be safe or not in Texas. And so yeah, dude, it's fine. Like, believe it or not, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm not in the danger zone. I'm actually going to the beach this weekend. But yeah, the beach was good. I had a couple days off. I've really been taking streaming a lot more seriously the last 5 weeks, more than I ever have, in content creation. I'm really excited. Oh, I feel like something's going on. These guys aren't always out here, right? Not like this. The leader's gone. Yikes. Is that the Initiate? Did we almost get wiped out in Stormwind? Is that like the Initiate quest chamber that turns into a dragon and stuff up here? It was really nice taking the last 2 days off. And we're also in the process of moving, so taking time away from streaming. Focus on like, I'm going to be in Philadelphia pretty soon. Ooh, the missing diplomat. I also got to go there. It was really good, man. Really good. Got to have a couple drinks on the beach. Toes in the water, ass in the sand, as they say.
Good day to you.
All right, Clara. Oh, yeah, aren't the apples? I feel like I did this one time, maybe in TBC or. Where the heck is that? Around here somewhere. Yo, Pondo, I got it. Thanks, man. Put this through. That's awesome. Thanks for sending me that message. As soon as shamans get Wind Fury at 30 plus. Oh, wow. Well, I'm already level 30, so I'm already in the danger zone, it sounds like. Alright, where are the apples at? Oh, they're in here. Yeah, I mean, alcohol is definitely not my poison. I can control alcohol pretty easily. It was nice, though, man. We threw back a couple beers. At least I got a freaking 2. I got one of those fluid tubes. It's kind of scary going out far enough into the Gulf or into the ocean that you start feeling like there's wildlife below you. There's sharks nipping at your feet. I got pretty far out there. Maybe I had a little bit of confidence. I had it too, and I'm like, I'm gonna. In the waves, I mean, they were only 2 or 3 feet tall. They're not that big at all. It's not like we're on the West Coast and you got like 8 waves. So I had a thing or 2. I got out there, I was floating for a while. I wiped out. It was pretty chill. It was kind of scary though. I was thinking if there was a riptide, I wouldn't even notice. Just get pulled out. But yeah, I had a good time. Relaxing a couple days. Everybody needs a break sometimes. I don't fuck with sharks, can't do it. You know how some people are like claustrophobic or afraid of heights? I would think that a lot of people feel the same way about sharks and open water. Luckily, I'm not too scared of open water. Snakes are one thing I don't do, man. I don't really mess with snakes. Snakes give me the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, I hate snakes. I won't necessarily kill them because I think 9 times out of 10, if it's not like a water moccasin or an aggressive snake, the snakes don't want to be involved with you just as much as you want to be involved with them. But regardless, I don't even like regular snakes. If somebody went, you know how some people are afraid of spiders? Spiders don't bug me, but snakes. Got caught in riptide as a kid in San Diego. Fuck oceans after that. I mean, I've never experienced the ATOS. It's one of those things you gotta kind of learn the hard way, or especially in hardcore. If you've never died before, or a lot of people come in here saying the challenge is easy, and like, why are you doing this? The game looks stupid. You almost have to go through it to believe it. It's terrifying. I can't really put myself in the mindset, but I should probably respect it and not play around. The Gulf isn't as scary, but I could imagine like on the West Coast in the Atlantic Ocean or Pacific. Pacific's on the West Coast. In the Pacific Ocean, getting pulled out in a riptide, yeah, that would make me never want to go in the ocean again. My mic is a little quiet today. That's what somebody was saying earlier. Let me see if I can't crank it up. You know what it is? I think I cranked up my audio. I think I cranked up my audio capture a little bit more. Maybe this will. We are in Stormwind. You got the boisterous. Alright, so I think this is the quest that might kill us right here. We do, yep, the attack. Alright, after I put on Spybot's disguise, we'll head into Lescar. I said I wasn't. Remain in the garden until Lord Gregor Lescavar and Marzon the Silent Blade have had their conversation afterwards. Kill them both before return to Trius and Stormwind. Yikes. Alright, I gotta take bio because every time I get nervous playing hardcore, I don't know what it is. Something goes off of me, but I'll be right back. Alright, let's do this. Storm music is better than Orgrimmar music? Is true? Yeah, I think that goes for a lot of zones. I'm a Horde player at heart, but there's definitely something to be said about the attraction. It's almost like the sex appeal of the Alliance side. It's so much, and not everybody agrees with this, but it's so much sexier than Mud Huts and Orgrimmar. Yeah, dude, I love the Alliance side. Alright, it's about to get serious. Oh yikes, Gray's not even buffed. Buffing the wrong player. Don't even have food or water. Oh no. Hang on, let me make water and try and drink. Wait here, Blaze for days. Spybot. Was not prepared for this. Let me just evocate. Or I think it's gonna take her a second. Throw on a protection scroll, spirit, got spirit too. That'd be helpful right now. Alright, Princess Tyriona's doing her thing. Also, Org is a disgusting shithole. Yeah. Night Elf architecture, yum? You don't hear that very often. I was hanging out in Big Hat's stream last night. I mean, who goes to Darnassus? It's like an abandoned wasteland over there. You never hear too much love for Teldrassil and Night Elves. But last night I was watching Big Hat. He's a Night Elf player himself. You know, there's some personalities that are just drawn to Night Elves, and I think they're pretty neat. Darnassus' positioning doesn't give it a chance. Yeah, Ken, that is the frustrating thing about it. Whether or not people like the aesthetic of Darnassus, it sucks out of the way it is. Undercity. Undercity is actually a lot more accessible than Darnassus. Like endgame, everyone has to go through Undercity. There's a Zeppelin that goes to Undercity. Yeah, Darnassus, that's kind of... I don't know if it was poor game design to exclude it completely, or to hold on to like the narrative of Darnassus. They're on this tree, excluded by everybody else. They've got their own little magical land that is sacred and nobody else really interacts with. Maybe it was good game design. Yo, Nam, thanks so much, man, for making that stream today be what it was. Whether it was a success or... I know we were all over the place, but it was a lot better with you guys. Appreciate you and Carlos being there, man. And the entire community. It's for the community. It's for you guys. It's for myself. Like I want the rules to be hashed out. I want the game mode to be better. I want to see it grow, and so it'll improve over time. It'll get better. There's a reason Sylvanas was allowed to burn it? Yikes. Is there a reason Night Elves do the death run through wetlands? Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so I'm gonna have two of these guys. I don't know if I'd probably start out with a Nova right away into a sheep. Oh, here we go. Can I just open up? Hang on, let me kill the spellcaster. He's got less health. Wait, am I supposed to kill these guys? Yeah, I am. Oh! Hold up, did I ruin it? Mark him. I failed the quest. Are you serious? Are you serious? It's ripped. Santa.
Walk with the earth.
Salutations. Right.
The attack. Now I have to wait on the guy to respawn. That's so stupid. Welcome to the stream, everybody. High speed content.